Yo, familitas. What up? How's everybody doing? Whoa, I'm looping. Why am I looping? There we are. Let's try not to loop.
Yours?
That was mine. It was not yours.
Oh.
Yep. Nice to see all of y'all, Angela Sangster and Trish T. The lovely Trish T. The lovely Alex. Lady Alex Familita. The lovely Oz whistles himself. The man from down under who makes the groovy whistles that make people to wonder. Drizzle Stank. Did Drew get booted out of YouTube and have to make a new account? Did he lose his phone? Has two accounts. Oh. Alting out, man. I know some people who do that. They get like 75 different alt accounts. And why? It's fun to talk about people when they alt. Is Familita non-binary? Of course. Of course. And in fact, it's so non-binary that I just made it up and I don't know what it means at all. So let's just make up a meaning for it right away so nobody gets the wrong idea. Just on the work computer. That's it. That's cute. How my I have to use the same background for the background. And it just like cuts the picture of you and Leo in half, and there's just like a Leo sticking off to the side. There's like a little Leo. It's cute. Yeah, businesses need their own emails. I think that's probably accurate. All right, here's a different jam. Check this out, Drew. Let me know if this, shivers your timbers or whatever, because this is already a track up on something. Not this one. I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. Trying to play a thing right here, and then we're gonna get started with the which I hope everybody's stoked to do. Hoping. All right. Just downloaded Band Labs because it has retarded amount of space. Well, that's beautiful. You are old enough to be an analog guy. So am I. So check it out, you guys. Today, me and my buddy Ron, old Ron, we'll call him. Mostly him, though, and me handing him tools, fixed the power steering pump in the van. That's right. You heard right. Fixed it. So no longer have to stop and put in power steering fluid. Oh, that's your problem? I don't have any fucking bragging rights here. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that at all. Oh my god. What did I? Don't start putting fucking words in my mouth.
Allegedly.
I didn't even fucking say anything.
All right. Well, anyway, seeing as though that didn't really impress anyone in the chat room at all. Anyway,
Placed a part though. That's awesome that you did a part.
Did a part. That really seems like to minimize it quite a bit. They're got her done. That's right. That was that's what I'm talking about. Of course, Drew is like, oh yeah, got her done. Way to go. Good work. All right.
Skyla.
I'm going to put the chat in the thing in the thing for you people who want to be in the thing. And here comes the water. I'm going to turn this spacey jam down, although it has like a nice quality to it. I like re-EQ'd it and stuff and did stuff to it to make it sound better than it did on the stream itself. But thanks, Peaches. We're getting better at doing that, and we're going to continue to try to, improve. If
He knows you're live.
I know he does. He's like, oh, you guys are live? Rah! All right. There's the thingy. For all y'all who wants to come in and sing with the burb and whatevers. I'd like to encourage as much whatevers as possible. Please share this out to your social mediums and your things that you need to share it to. Hello, Peaches. Hello. Are you here for the open mic? Did you bring any peanuts? Whoa, well, I'm sorry I even asked. You have to get all puffed up about it. I mean, sometimes people bring peanuts to the bar. Sometimes the bar gives you peanuts.
He says that you're supposed to have the peanuts for him.
Right.
He's like, you're supposed to have the peanuts. This is why I'm reacting this way.
All right. Elle says she's going to make Peaches cry tonight. I didn't say it. She did.
What?
She said she's going to say something and laugh. Also. Cry and laugh? No?
Oh,
Okay. All right. Peach is in two of the current collabs. He's kind of inescapable at this point. When you record so close to a cockatoo.
you should see Skyla's face as she walks in and she sees Peaches sitting on you. Oh look, he's like, don't take me from my papa. He's like, I'll say hi to you, Skyla, but
That's my buddy.
don't take me from my papa.
Yeah. Is that your Skyla? You love her. You love her.
Oh, it's so weird. You can't see your hand. Oh, there I can see it.
It is weird. We have this lit wrong. It's supposed to light up the green behind you and then put another light on you. So you see the things that are in front of it. I just learned that.
What?
What?
What are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to light up this, right? Properly. Give it the right amount of light. And it's supposed to be as far back away from you as possible. And then you put another light in front, the front light for your faces. Yeah.
Say hi then.
She's
It's gonna sound like it's me anyway.
she's standing just far enough away that you can't see her. Peaches, can you hear me? Whoa. All right. Trish T says hi, Skyla. And let's see. I don't see anybody getting too rambunctious to play. So, anytime anybody wants to play, Peaches will say free Assange, and that will be you'll know that's, yeah, free Assange. Assange. Say free Assange. Free Assange. Okay, you have to take him away. He's doing weird shit in my beard and starting to sketch me out a little bit.
Okay, hang on. I was trying to get a picture.
Oh, Peaches. Let's move over a little bit so we can get the whole shot where it says Lucky Burrito Music presents
yeah.
the open mic.
Okay, I gotta stay still a minute.
Oh. Okay. Oh, he's such a handsome boy.
I think I got one.
Okay. Oh, I just got your notification now. Where the hell is everybody?
I don't know.
Well, there's definitely competition on a Saturday night, as we all know. Everybody has all these choices, Which choice you gonna make? I would hope people would make choice to go first. But Elle's like, I'm not going first. I'll go first. Okay, everybody, just relax. I'm going first. Can't stop me. Well, you could, but why would you?
What if one of these nights
Oh, wait. We got Oz Whistles. He's got a mandolin. He's going first. Ha ha ha. Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oz.
I would like to welcome Oz Whistles. That's not funny. Well, it's not funny yet. All right. Take it away, Oz Whistles. Are you framed in there good now? You got yourself? I'll turn it over when you're happy with your positioning. Wait, can we hear you good? Let's see.
So the framing's going to be odd.
Oh yeah. Good sound. Good sound. And let's make Oz,
getting
Oz
that
big. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just kick off with this old-timey version of a Scottish tune. It's called The Dark Island. and my playing is really, really rusty. So I'll probably massacre the bloody thing. Here we go.
Let her rip.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Might try another one. You all there?
Bad. Sorry, I was muted. I'm all no.
That was so pretty.
Yeah, that sounded great, man. Give us another one, would you?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do this one. It's a bit more difficult. It's called the rolling wave.
Well, that was really solid for being out of practice. What you just played, that was wonderful.
I did practice it a few times before your show came on. I
Yeah,
need about 2
making
months
him
to get
shed.
technical. Okay, let's see if this works. something like that. Once again, pretty sloppy. But here we go. I'll try another one. It's also called the Rolling Waves. Uh, I'll do that again. There we go. The Rolling Waves. Uh,
That was beauty. I enjoyed the
they're all.
hell out of that. Lovely.
I'll try a slip jig. Uh, it's a 9/8. Okay.
Fancy time. Everybody make the crowd clap in time first, you know.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I'll play it faster than dance time because dance time and slip jigs is a. But I'll play this sort of like a bit faster, the way the musicians like to do it. There we go. That's about all I'm up for today because I've forgotten all my other tunes.
That was awesome, man. Thank you, Oz.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well,
Very
thanks for
cool.
having me on. I better check out and let somebody else have a go.
All right. Who do we have coming up next? That was fantastic. Let's hear for Oz whistles, everybody.
Thank you, Oz. We love you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I love it.
All right. Beautiful.
Did you pin? You didn't pin the link.
I didn't pin the link. Where?
No.
How do I do that? Can you do that with the thing that's there?
You have to do it on your YouTube, so you have to give me your phone. If you put the link in the chat again, then I can pin it, or you can if you want to on that. Do you know how to do
Well,
it?
here I did put it in there. I'll put it back in there if you want it, so it's closer.
Yeah, and then I'll just put it. I don't
Okay.
know how far back I'm going to go.
Well, that was a friggin' awesome opening to our little open mic session. Apple, exactly, Peaches.
Yeah, and Oz is all the way in Australia and able to do this. So how cool is that?
Yeah, I would like to, you know, I don't know, maybe I wasn't clear to everybody on Twitter and the rest of the universe, but everybody from everywhere should, if you have something to play or say or stupid human trick or you got a loud ass bird or whatever, you might stop laughing at me. That's not funny. All right. Let me see.
How do I make this comment pin?
I don't know.
There. It should be pinned. All right. Steve.
Stop that. Dude.
He just jumped on the guitar.
Get off of there. Maniac. What is with you, bro?
You can't just get on the guitar.
That was messed up, bro.
Okay, so I pinned the StreamYard link to the top of the chat. So anybody that wants to come on, you can click the StreamYard link.
Why is this not going through?
I don't know. Do you want your phone though?
Oh, I know why. Because it's not fucking. I don't even have my pickup on my guitar. I'm like, why can't I hear it? Why is it not working? Oh, this thing's not plugged in. All right, I have. You know, I'm having trouble. I'm gonna just admit it right now that I woke up entirely too early today, but we fixed the damn thing. So, thank you very much. Good night. Yeah, that was beautiful, right, Barbara? Nice to see you, by the way. And that was very, very cool. Apple. That was full on Apple, Peaches. I agree with you. I agree completely with that.
So, who's coming up next? Who's gonna come on now and come do a show?
Oh, easy. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you what you. Shh! Don't do that.
Hey, stop it!
I held the guitar too close to the
burb.
To the burb. The burb decided he was gonna just take it, jump on. Like I said this to Lucky the other day. I said, you know, you can't have him too close because he's gonna jump down right onto my headstock. I guarantee he's gonna do that. And then he just did it. So yes, I can tell the future. It's also Apple. Like for instance, I knew Peaches was gonna say Apple. I fucking knew.
Just knew?
I fucking knew. Get out of here. All right.
Yeah, I think Peaches does want to have his own show, Trish. Peaches.
All right. Say free Assange. That's not quite it. That is not even close.
Stop. That's not nice. That is not free Assange. That's how we feel about the people that are holding him hostage, okay?
Krugs.
That does not mean the same thing.
How to...
Krugs! Peaches just grabbed onto the guitar and like got on top of it. It's flipping upside down like that. Like just going, it's flipping upside
Why is that?
Sounds like shit. Fix that. Check.
Well, I think it's time to have a change of scene. 'Cause every night I have the strangest dream. Imprisoned by the way things could have been, or left to on my own. So it seems now I got to leave before I start to scream. 'Cause someone locked the door now, they took the key. Hey, you feeling alright? Feeling too good myself. Hey, feeling alright. Yeah, I'm feeling good myself now. Boy, you sheltered me for one big ride. And even now I sit and I wonder why. That when I think of you, I stop myself to cry. And I just can't waste my time now. Must keep trying. Gotta stop believing in all your lies. Hope there's not too much to do before I die. Before I die, you feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. Oh, you feeling alright. Too good myself. But don't you get too lost, mama, all I say. There was a time, you know, I really felt that way. But that was then, and this is, I know it's today. And I just can't get straight. I guess I'm here to stay till someone come along and take my place, mama, with a different name, children, and a different face. Feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. Oh, you feeling alright. Feeling too good myself. Good myself. Feeling. Feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. Oh,
Nice to meet you.
feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. All right, that was a little. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like a little jam into like a song in the wrong key, and I'm feeling all right about it. You know, I don't know how you're feeling, but there you go. Peaches will be El's scene partner.
Okay, stop getting in my shirt.
Okay.
Not you.
Yeah, no, I know you. I know you weren't talking.
To
I know you weren't talking to me. Because you were saying it to the bird, and I'm over here, and clearly I don't have my anything down your shirt right now. As far as the camera is aware.
Hey, stop.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome up our next contestant on the Lucky and Steve's get famous with a bird named Peaches, fantastic rodeo clown show of open micness. Did I just say all that? That was a little song that I stretched it out in case in case Drew was like feeling it and I used to like to do that when we were in the band and we would like play a song that was just the vamp kind of song, one or two chords or whatever, even three chords, but usually like a little two chord, fire on the mountain type of thing. And inevitably some kid would come up and be able to freestyle some fucking crazy cool bars about random trippy Grateful Dead shit and stuff. And I wish I could do that, but I can't do that. But I can supply the foundation for somebody who can do that, and I always enjoy that. So it's cool to collab. I like the collab. Me and Drew's collabing. We're in a band. It's cool. No big deal.
What?
What? I didn't tell you. It's no big deal. Forget about
You
it.
guys are in a band, okay?
I'm in a band with freaking Drizzle Stankowitz over there. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to welcome our friend, allegedly L. Latham. That's the only name we have. We're not really sure if it's real, but allegedly it is. So, L, give me a sign when you're ready, and we will turn the mic right over. We the band. Where should we set up? Over there by the bar. No, get away from the bar, you fucking musicians.
Yeah. Do you guys like the bar that I picked out? Hey, we don't. I wasn't asking you.
Get out of the way so people can actually see the thing. Hold our microphone. It's fucking weird. Eyeball Mike. Hey, Mike. Isn't it? You should have like a name tag that says my name is Mike.
Why is his name Mike?
Because it's fucking Mike. He's a fucking clearly he's a Mike.
I thought
So
he
we
was.
should have like a little one of those little white name tags that says my name is Mike.
Oh my god.
No?
Yeah, maybe.
Eyes are okay, but name tags are out of the question. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that you just want to label them. You want to put label on them.
Okay, Peaches. It's Elle's turn next. She said that you have some material prepared that you would like to.
You need to chill. Do you want to go see Papa with Elle?
I don't think he does.
All right, you got to stop screaming then.
See, clearly he does not.
Oh, he's full of.
He's full of energy. He's really jazzed for the open mic. Miguel, nice to see you.
Miguel, where's Little?
Where
I really
is
want
Little?
to see
Is he still climbing Kilimanjaro? What is going on with that guy?
No, get out of my shirt, Bird. Come on, don't be fresh.
I couldn't find the fucking My Name is Elvis lyrics and chords last night to try to play that song. I've never played that Keller song, but I love that. He's like, I wanna jump out of a helicopter, freeze my
I
behind.
can't have the dog on my lap. The bird is freaking out and wants to get the dog because he's in my lap.
Okay. Hashtag where's Little.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you too. We love toy guys too. L. She typoed, so I'm teasing her now. Let's see. I think I want to change up the thing. Oh yeah. I'm liking that a lot. All right. So guys with toys, sure. Apple. Peaches says Apple. He's ready when you are. Are you ready, L? We're gonna bring L Latham to the mic, ladies and gentlemen. She's gonna do some stuff. She's got a monologue prepared. I don't know what it's about. Hopefully, it's spicy. She's been known to write a couple of spicy things here and there. That's just allegedly. Ladies and gentlemen, L. She's like, she didn't say anything to me, so I'm not sure if she's ready, but let's do it. Here we go.
You don't know if she's ready?
I don't know. But now she's on the thing.
Yep.
There she is. I knew she was ready.
I get to do a little tragedy and comedy, or comedy and tragedy. I'm hoping I can get in the mood. Because one of them I wrote. So I'm going to do a prepared piece that's not prepared, which is a cold read, as I've told you before. I like to cold read things. So I've never seen this piece. I have it in a scene and monologue book on a shelf on my in my bookcase, and I've never intentionally read it out loud to anyone
Awesome.
in any venue.
Well, thank you for debuting that with us. That's cool shit.
It's from a play. It's serial comic, so I got to be funny on this one, and then I got to be dramatic on the next one, which I wrote. Okay.
Okay. Take it away.
Never read this before, so go with me. This is from The Girlhood of Shakespeare's Heroines by Don Nigro. I hope I said that right. How many children had Lady Macbeth? A serial comic monologue for a female in her 30s. Let's not say that that's accurate. It's probably not. The complete play was first presented in 1988 by the Porterhouse Theater Company in Kent, Ohio, and published by Samuel French in 1989. This is one of the 5 monologues loosely based upon Shakespearean themes by Don Nigro, whose work is represented elsewhere in this anthology, blah, blah, blah. The character Bonnie speaks on a bare stage with a single stool, so imagine that. She is barefoot, dressed in blue jeans and a leotard. Don't imagine that. As she begins to speak, she will take off the blue jeans, no she won't, and begin to do gentle actor's stretches and warm-ups using the floor and the stool. She really won't do that. As she gets more involved in her story, she will warm up less, and by the last part, she will be sitting on the stool just talking to us. Let's just start there. All right, that's how I work. Here we go. I'm going to take out the straw that was in the book to take my place. Oh, it's about acting. Perfect. Okay. And C. Actors have always known the Scottish play is haunted, and some of them have very definite rules about it. You must never quote it backstage, and if you must refer to it, you never say its title. You call it the Scottish play, or sometimes even a certain Scottish play. And this curse that's on it is supposed to account for the great number of perfectly dreadful productions of it, although in fact most productions of most plays are perfectly dreadful when you come right down to it, especially of Shakespeare. There is, you see, an unspoken mythology perpetrated by crummy directors and producers who think people are stupid, so plays should also be stupid, that the easier a play is to put on adequately, the better a play is, which, if it were true, would make Barefoot in the Park a much better play than King Lear. I think it's this cretinous myth that's led modern playwrights to allow directors and producers to coax, harass, cajole, threaten, and intimidate them into hacking away whatever is most brave and subtle and complex and different and interesting in their work, leaving finally only a kind of oatmeal the director feels less threatened by. The rule seems to be, if we can't make it work in the first rehearsal, it's the play's fault. Cut it. When, of course, anybody who's worked on Shakespeare or Chekhov, or for that matter, anything of value, knows that it's usually those things that worked so well in the first rehearsal that have grown so stale and dead by the week before opening that they have to be redone anyway. While those very parts of the play that seem most impossible early on, that you had to bang your head against again and again, screaming and swearing and crying and getting you horribly frustrated until, in a fit of despair or out of utter exhaustion, an entirely different reading from somewhere suddenly flows out of you, and it's not at all what you expected, but it works and turns out to be the best moment in the production. But with new plays, this seldom gets a chance to happen because the best parts get cut in rehearsal. And that's part of the reason most contemporary drama really sucks. That and greed and a lot of other things I don't want to talk about right now because I don't want to get too angry I've got to go to Mariana in the Moated Grange this evening. Measure for Measure, one of Willie's secret best. Not such a great part, though, but I don't care. I'll do Shakespeare anytime, anywhere, to my agent's increasing fury, and at the expense of a great many long-running national dog food and deodorant commercials I might have lived quite comfortably on. I've done 4 Mirandas, 3 Cordelias, and I just did Ophelia in New Jersey, but my favorite play, for some reason, has always been the Scottish play, and the role I always wanted was Lady Mac. I've been in other productions of it, playing various kinds of female set decoration, and attending Gentlewoman, a very young and more or less naked witch. And I must confess to you, all of these productions were major or minor disasters of one sort or another. People got whacked or mauled in the fight scenes. Lights fell near people's heads. There were 2 bomb threats, one of which, the one where I was the naked young witch, I'm convinced was called in by Shakespeare himself. My favorite bad production of my favorite play was the one in which a certain attendant lord was to carry on the dead body of Lady Mac just as the words were spoken. The queen, my lord, is dead. Well, this particular Lady Mac was an ex-movie star who put on quite a bit of weight. Lady Big Mac, we called her. They always come back to their roots in the theater when they get too fat for the camera. And the big, strong fellow whose job was to carry her dead body on stage and stepped off a platform in the dark and broken his ankle shortly before his entrance. And the only other actor available on the spur of the moment was a rather little fellow, but very macho, who insisted he could do it, no problem. So he hoisted the Amazon Lady M into his arms and staggered on stage just as the cue line, "The Queen, my lord, is dead," was spoken. Lost his balance, and fell over backwards with the poor dead queen on top of him. Well, the audience lost it, and then Macbeth lost it and ended up giggling his way through his Tomorrow and Tomorrow speech, and well, on the whole, high tragedy it was not. I was in another production in which one of the witches fainted from the heat in the middle of her scene and fell head first into the cauldron, and another in which a drunk in the alley behind the theater kept playing a terrible version of Tea for Two on an accordion as loudly as possible during the sleepwalking scene. This was the same production where poor Macduff developed a mental block about a rather familiar Shakespearean phrase, and every night when learning of the murder of his wife and children burst out with, "What, all my pretty chickens and their dam in one swell swoop?" But despite all this, I continue to love the play and still longed desperately to play Lady Mac, although for a long time my ingenue looks kept me from even being considered for it. Finally, I got the chance. I was understudying a much older woman who obligingly ran into a door backstage just before curtain and broke her nose. I was nowhere near her at the time, I swear. And so I had to go on in her place. It seemed like fate. I knew I was going to be terrific. I felt that I understood this character, everything about her, her ambition. I'm an actress. God knows I understand that. Her frustration, same there. Her impatience with her husband. I was married to a nice man who wanted me to quit acting and stay home and have babies. And when he finally realized I was never going to stop and take time for that, he was gone. I had dared things. I had fought. I had sacrificed. I had endured. And now, finally, I was getting my chance to play her. It was destiny. And it went very well. I mean, extremely well. I've been waiting all my life to play this role. And the audience, which had at first been disappointed it was me, began to realize they were seeing something special, and their resentment began to turn into appreciation. They were with the play. They were lost in it. I could feel them rooting for me. They were with me. It was the best performance of our run. The old respected dull hag of a Lady M had been transformed unexpectedly into a hot and sexy younger version, that is me, and I played the sensuality for all it was worth and an odd kind of innocence and humor. My Lady M had a sense of humor and pathos, but she was hard as balls. But she had nails. had a sense of humor and pathos, but she was hard as nails. But she had this tenderness. It was working. Everything was working. The magic was there. The gods were present. Old Will was beaming at us. Macbeth was actually paying attention to his wife for once. It was flowing. It was stunning. And then came the sleepwalking scene. Oh, it was going so well. It was going so well until the moron playing the doctor who had had a couple of drinks before the show and seemed hypnotized by my boobs, tripped and knocked the candle over and set my nightgown on fire. I decided to try and play it, use it, pretend we had planned it that way. It was part of the madness, see, and the girl playing the gentlewoman was quick enough to grab the bucket we had on stage in which I was trying to wash the bloodstains off my hands and throw it on me. The bloodstains were imaginary, but fortunately the water was not. The bucket was nearly full for some reason, and I was soaked. But damn it, this was my moment. I wasn't going to let it slip away, for this was my moment. I wasn't going to let it slip away for anything, and the audience was so into it, I think they would have bought it, considered it a bit of a daring technical tour de force on the director's part. I looked like the winner of a wet nightgown contest, and that alone might have kept them watching and wanting to believe, if only the gung-ho assistant stage manager, who had the hots for me and was about 3 times too hyper for his job anyway, had not then run onto the stage, yell for everybody not to panic, and fire extinguish me. I don't know. Maybe we should have gone with Barefoot in the Park. I built my whole life towards a moment when I was set on fire, drenched, and then covered in foam in front of 600 people. Sometimes acting is like being punished for a crime you didn't commit. Oh well, I'll get another chance someday. They usually cast her much too old, so I'll get a turn or two in middle age. The problem is, I've been having this odd fantasy lately. I see my children watching me play Lady Macbeth. I want my children to see me do it. Isn't that crazy? I don't have any children, and as the years go by, it becomes increasingly unlikely that I ever will, and I miss them. I miss my children. I feel like I ran off with Shakespeare and abandoned them. You make choices, and then there are consequences, and then the consequences have consequences, and for a long time, you don't notice this happening because you're young and busy and have things to do and things you want and no time to stop and think about it. But the consequences just keep happening. Every moment of your life has a consequence. Somewhere down the line, she didn't really understand that when she made him kill the king. She didn't really understand that when she made him kill the king. But consequences don't care if you understand them or not. They just keep happening tomorrow and tomorrow to the last syllable of recorded time. Shakespeare knew. That son of a bitch knew everything. He had children. Poor babies. I wrote them out of my play. All my pretty ones. In one swell foop. I put that up. I guess it's a curse. Just like that was. So that's the prepared one, which was a lot longer than I thought. Unprepared one, sorry. And here I will do a very short dramatic monologue. After that, okay, here we go. This is acting. This is a monologue I came up with from a dream in which I discovered my father was possessed by a demon, that was today, and was going to tell my family, but he found me while I was about to get changed, and I told him to leave me alone. He said he knew I was trying to hide from him. Then he threatened to hurt me, and the first part was my response. The rest I made up when I woke up. Okay. I'm going to step away from the mic for your ears. You made me feel like I was hated all my life, that no one would ever love me. You scared the shit out of me, but I will fight back this time, and you will regret the day you ever fucked with me. So get the fuck out of my sight, and I won't make you wish you never did. Go! Get the fuck out of here, you psychopath! You are nothing to me! Nothing! You can never hurt me again! Scene. Bye. Thank you. Sorry if it was long.
That was fucking awesome.
Holy shit! Do your neighbors know that you act? Hey, I know you liked it too, huh?
Peaches is very
Jeez.
excited.
You really.
Very excited.
I don't know how I got into that so quickly. That was really hard to get into that quickly.
That was
There's
awesome.
some real pain there.
Yeah.
I was really scared of him. He's a demon in real life, so him as a demon in my dream was like, yeah, okay. But I was trying to tell someone else the whole time, like a cousin or something, that he was a demon and we should watch out. But he kept getting in the way, and other things kept getting in the way during the dream, like obstacles. And then he found me in the closet thing, and which is not a real thing. It's a weird changing room thing. And I was like shaking, and like he looked so evil, and I was like yelling at him from behind in the area. And then as soon as he tried to threaten me, I woke up after I thought that no one would ever love me, that part. I woke up and I started writing that. I was like, okay, now I have a monologue. Use it. I literally said to myself, use it. And then I said it in the play. She said, use it. And I was like, that's fucking apropos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then get this. While you were reading the first thing, I wasn't looking at the screen. I had it look to see, like I was digging around over here. I wasn't looking, was I?
No.
No. Look what I pulled out, though. Look at what I pulled out.
I see.
Shakespeare.
Show her what I picked out. That's a piece.
You know what's funny is that I actually do like Shakespeare, so that was kind of perfect for me.
She pulled this out
Oh
of.
my gosh, it's crazy! I
didn't see
I
your
went to Google
avatar
for
at
that.
all.
I had to go to Google for that picture. I couldn't get it on Brave. I was like, shit. Let me go to Google. I'll go to the normal one.
I didn't
the
even
image.
see your avatar, and I pulled that out
Nice.
of the necklaces.
You don't hear a lot of radio acting, but I gave you some tonight. Enjoy.
Nice job.
That was great.
I enjoyed that a great deal.
I felt like it went on forever, but I was like, I like this monologue. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was long, but you did really good with it, though.
Yeah.
I lost my place twice, obviously. But again, my eyes are not like they used to be, and I couldn't follow along correctly. And again, it's a new read. I never read it before. So.
Right.
That's good. Yeah, you did good with it.
Very nicely done. Very.
Everyone is non-binary, actually, Oz whistles, because we're not computers, so we're humans.
Who you calling
So
not a computer?
Woo! That was the most energy I've had all day.
Well, look at that.
That makes me miss getting on stage.
Yeah, no, I think you do quite well in whatever comedy or drama. It seems
That's why I did both.
that's awesome.
And I moved the mic. You should have seen. I'm like, that mic is way too close. I don't want to kill y'all. When I was yelling.
Yeah, no, as you got louder, that was perfect because you could tell for about 2 seconds it was like a little bit louder, and that you were distancing the mic from yourself. Like that was perfect.
I inspired Miguel to read a book. How fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, read some Shakespeare. It's fun.
Well, that was great. Are you gonna do a song between, Steve?
I think I'm gonna. I think Drew likes fish tacos.
Drew had something. You guys did a thing, right? You and Drew?
I didn't
You should
tell you
write
we
about
did.
fish tacos if you
We
like.
did. We did do a thing.
Well, yeah. Are you guys gonna do your thing like together?
I don't know if Drew's down with that or not, or if he wants to play it, then he could play that as part of his thing, or I could play it. Probably same thing.
You guys thought it out, huh?
We didn't really think it out at all because it's not really done yet. So that's kind of the thing. Was like,
You weren't done.
Yeah, we're not really done with it.
Do you want to show everyone your progress?
We can. Let me see if I can get it to do the
Oh,
thing.
Drew said he'll come on to do that.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay, so then I don't have to wait. Let me see if this is the thing.
Love you guys. See you in the chat.
Love you.
Thank you, Elle.
With the worst volume.
Are you saying L?
Are you saying L?
Are you saying
Jeez.
L?
Say it a little
I'm
I'm
quieter.
not doing it encore. It's like 7 minutes.
Oh my God, that bird.
That is too loud. We don't need to yell that loud to L. No, stop.
I get it. No, there was an animal in my dream too. I just remembered. Oh my gosh. There
Oh,
were
boy.
kittens. There were kittens. They were so cute. And there was a pig. Yeah, there was a pig. I touched a pig. I touched a pig in my dream. It was really fun. Well, you can't pet a pig. It's not really furry, So I touched it. And then I was like, wait, I shouldn't touch it. Because because I automatically went into my headspace, like in real life, like, oh, I shouldn't touch somebody's animal if I don't know them. That's not right.
I held bearded dragons today. One of Skyla's friends came over and they had 2 of them, and one of them was like, shh, stop. One of them was like miniature, like it was so super tiny. I got pictures of them. I should have Steve put them up there.
That piglet was so cute. It was a piglet. It wasn't a pig. It was a pink piglet, like a piglet. Pig.
I met a pig named Hamlet once.
Oh my gosh, there you go, Hamlet. You know, we circle back to Shakespeare.
Very nice.
I'm gonna circle back to the chat now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
I
Al.
hung out for a little while.
That was awesome. Yes.
Hi,
Yeah.
Peaches. We love you, Peaches.
It was Al. Yes. Okay.
Okay, can I send over the 2 pictures? Ugh.
Good Lord, man. Would you please?
Stop screaming! No. Okay, send over 2 pictures. So we can show the people the bearded dragon babies, and then the it's like I forget the breed that she said it was, but it's a smaller beard of a
Dude, man.
hey, smaller breed of a bearded dragon.
Well, that's kind of neat. On the Band Labs thing, you can just use it as a guitar tool. I just totally did that. That was awesome.
You just totally did it. Ooh, does Peaches love celery? Oh, what do you think, Mom? Do you think he loves it? Come on, over here. Over here. Over here. Okay. Jeez.
What are you eating there, bird? Yeah, that's the other thing that's cool too, is like if you have it on, you can run through it. And like, I don't know if it's getting out there right now with this sound. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Auto wah. Let's turn that off. Oh, source. That's how. Check. Yeah. I have no idea. Monitoring. Oh, check. That sounds terrible. Turn that off. Okay.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do something because it was cool. I could run through this Band Labs thing as a rig. Like I could use it as a rack, you know, because it has all these different effects in it and stuff. And I could have my signal go through that. before it gets to the stream,
Okay.
but I'm not sure how to route it that way. But I think that's the way to do it because you absolutely could come back and tell goat stories anytime you want, Oz Whistles. There's no line. We're trying to this is only our second time trying this, so hopefully people will tell other people and it will it'll be groovy. Well, that's tragic. I watched her do that weird set of crunches on the stretcher on the way out of the car crash. I don't know what that's about. Is that a psyop of some sort? Is that just Anne was a really, I don't know, she had a lot of energy. I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty good in Psycho. Also, Wag the Dog, certainly quite good. Not bad at all. So I don't know. I gotta experiment with that. Like maybe I can use the Band Labs on a different device and just route my guitar signal through it and use it as a guitar effects processor because mine is fucking shit and it doesn't work anymore. So I'm thinking that might actually work. I could do it through my phone or something. Use the Bluetooth. I don't know. It's very contrived and difficult to understand. Where's Bella? Where's Riley? Where's Little? Where's all the people? Dove should be here. I'd like to welcome back our buddy Oz Whistles, who played the beautiful mandolin music earlier, and he's going to tell you a story about some goats, as far as I understand it.
Yeah, I want to tell you my goat stories.
Excellent.
Because goats are just amazing.
Goats
So, I mean, I'll sort of, I've got a couple of them, and I'll just start low energy. I had a friend who made musical instruments, and he lived way out in the bush. And I'd go visit him, and then one time there was a bunch of goats in the paddock. They're all doing goat stuff. They're all happy. Goats are happy most of the time. And anyway, a couple of weeks later, I went and the goats were gone. I said, "Where's the goats?" And he pointed to all these drums that he'd made. That's what happened to the goats.
That's what happens to goats, yeah. Well, they make beautiful music.
Oh, yeah, I've got a goat on a frame over there made by an Irish guy. And yeah, good drums. Goats make good drums.
My buddy Dana McGuire makes amazing drums, like djembes and all the different African names that I forget every time, yashikas and all these different
Tablas and stuff.
tablas and yeah.
Mm.
And he does all that, and he makes these really neat ones that I've never seen exactly anybody make another one that was exactly the same, where it's like he's using separate pieces, like I think 3 maybe or 4 pieces of wood that are like sculpted together in a way, so they're like like tongue and groove or something kind of situation with meat and then it's goats king on the top.
Yeah, those it's amazing that what you can do with wood and skins and stuff.
Just tremendous sound. Like I was like, wow, the clarity on those ones that I was just trying to describe are just like, wow.
Yeah, they sound better than the cheap plastic skinned ones.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, another thing, if you slaughter the goat correctly, you can make a bagpipe out of it. You keep the skin intact.
Right.
You don't cut it down the middle like they normally do for hides. You just keep it all, and you scoop the goat out, and you turn the skin inside out, and you make a bagpipe out of it. It's called a guider, and it's made in Bulgaria and Macedonia,
Wow, that's rad.
where uh, one
Goat
of the
pipe.
leg holes is a drone, one of the leg holes is a chanter, and you put a carved goat head in the neck hole. They do it in different ways, and then you tie off the bum hole, and it's a bag. You got to blow in it and squeeze it, and yeah, just a normal bagpipe, a very ancient sort of thing. I had a friend who made those, and goats are very useful things. You don't want, they deforest and stuff like that. They're very destructive, but they're
Right.
so much fun. But no, I got a story that was told by my wife number two. She lived in the bush. A lot of my friends live in the bush, and at one time she had a pet goat. At one time there was this animated knocking on the door, knock 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 knock, and she opened up the door, and there's this little guy in a suit with his face all red and all flustered, and he said, my the goat. And she looked out, and this guy had driven up in a VW Beetle, and her goat was standing on the roof of his car, and he there's a goat. He said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll fix that." And she went out the back and got the clothes prop, which is like a 2-meter pole stick, and she poked the goat off of the car. Get down, Billy, down. And yeah, so she got the goat off the car and went back to the guy, and he said, "Oh, thanks." And she said, "Well, why are you here anyway?" He said, "Oh, I'm from the SPCA, and I've come here from a neighbour complaining that you're poking a goat with a stick."
What the fuck? But the goat was on top of the car, man. That's great. I've seen goats do that where they stand on top of people's trucks and cars, and
Yeah.
they'll jump up on top of anything. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
And they can jump really high too, like way higher than you'd expect.
I had a little car, a little Toyota Yaris, and my friends had 3 goats. And one time I was over there and I go walk outside, and there's just a goat on the hood of my car. And I'm just like, oh, this is great. I hope you don't smash my windshield.
Can't heaven. And, okay, now the next one is it's in the same district with some other friends of mine. Was out in the bush still, but they had a property outside of town, and we'll call him Jim. Jim was in a rock band called Dog Bones, and they played down at the Drugs pub. And all the freaks used to come there, and they were pretty good. They partied really hard. He'd often wake up the next day in the gutter outside the pub. He was a school teacher, by the way. One time he had to peel himself out of the gutter and go to the school and start teaching the kids.
Yikes.
Anyway, so very colourful characters. So they lived in a property outside of town, and they're having this really big, like 21st birthday for one of their mates, and there was just shitloads of people were going to be there, and everyone was supposed to turn up at midday at 12, and they'd got a marquee and kegs of beer and everything, and during the morning, one of Jim's mates come in and said, Billy the goat. I'll just call the goat Billy.
Sure.
Billy, because he's pet goat.
For obvious reasons, yes.
His mate was out there trying to find some firewood for the bonfire, and he'd found Billy out in amongst the trees, dead. Oh, Billy's dead. Oh no, what a downer. okay, we're going to have to bury him. That, oh, we've got to bury him. And they've got like a couple of hours before the guests would start showing up. And it had been a bit dry that season, and the ground was hard as rocks. And they're trying to dig a hole for Billy, and they're only able to dig a hole about 2 feet deep. And they said, "Oh, all right, we'll put. We just need to cover him up." And while they were digging, rigor mortis had set in the goat, and they put him in the hole, but his legs were sticking up.
Right.
I said, "Oh, geez, we don't have time. It's 10 minutes to midday, and everyone will be turning up. What are we going to do?" So what they did is they filled him in with the legs poking out, and they put a plank over his, like an old door from the shed, on the goat's legs, and put a tablecloth on it. They served drinks on top of Billy the goat. Nobody was the wiser.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
Billy the table goat.
the table goat. These are true stories, by the way. Well, sort of true.
That's wonderful.
The names have
Good
been
one.
changed to protect the goat. And anyway, so another one was, it's a much more recent story. You know, I don't live in the bush anymore. I'm living down here on the coast where all the people are. Ugh. And so one time, this guy rang me up and said, "Oh, can you sell me a whistle?" And I said, "Well, Jesus, man, it takes months to make these fucking things." I said, "Look, I'm working on one now, and if you like it, I'll sell it to you." So he turns up, and like I knew he was coming. I didn't know when he was coming, and then I looks out the back window, and there's this crazy looking guy in, you know, the white cotton stuff that Indian people wear, Indian guys. He was dressed like in this white cotton, and he's got that. He looked like a crazy fucking Scottish Viking or something. He's got red hair and beard and everything like this, really thin. And oh, that must be what's his name, the guy who wants the whistle. Anyway, so oh, you're such and such, and he's just standing in the middle of my backyard, sort of looking bewildered or something, you know. So all right, yeah, come on in. And I said, "Look, I haven't really finished this whistle for you. It's only going to take a couple of hours to finish. So if you hang around, and I'll just finish it while you're here." And anyway, so he hung around. And it turns out that he lives out in the bush. Oh, goddamn, on a property where he's got lots and lots of goats, and he makes his living from the goats. He uses them as pack animals.
Uh-huh.
He eats them, he milks them. So he's a grand exploiter of goats.
Right.
And I called him Goat Boy, and he said, "Oh, you know, I do tourism. You know, fairly hard to get tourism. You know, it's elite tourism. You know, extreme eco tourism."
Sure.
Where
Yep.
people will pay good money to be escorted into the most inhospitable parts of my country, which can be pretty damned inhospitable.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he
Goats are pretty handy at that point.
he goes into the bush and he uses the goats as pack animals, and he gets around doing that stuff. And one time he said he's gone into a really gnarly piece of bush, very brushy, and it was infested with ticks.
Oh,
And all of his goats got ticks. He had 4 goats. 2 of them were killed by the ticks before he could get out of that bush. And he reckons he was scraping handfuls of the things out of his armpits and groin.
Why do all the goats die in your stories?
it's the load that the goat bears. You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
goats always played that role.
They just keep dying in every
No.
story.
Not
The
all
model-
of them, you know. The
motto
goats.
of goats is live hard, die fast.
One of the
So,
goats merely was on top of a car. Okay, it didn't die.
it didn't die. It was just poked by a stick.
It was poked by a stick,
So
gently nudged from the car.
anyway, I was much impressed that this guy was making such a fringe living as a rugged individual. So I got his whistle finished, and he pulled the money out of his sock, cash, all cash.
Hell
And
yeah.
anyway, he was driving a pretty expensive car, so he wasn't doing that bad, an off road sort of thing. And anyway, a couple of weeks later, he's knocked on the door out of the blue, and he's got this American couple with him and a baby goat. And he said, "Oh, can my friend come in?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah." And the goat too. He said, "Yeah, yep, okay." And he said, "Oh, you know, I told my friends that you can play some tunes about goats." And I said, "Yeah, I know a few tunes about goats." And I played them "Kid on a Mountain" and a couple of other Irish tunes about goats. And on Pockabulla, that's a song. The Mad Goat. It's
Yeah.
about Englishmen. But anyway, so and then the penny dropped that he'd put me as part of his extreme tourism attractions. Come and see the wild whistle maker.
Oh, the whistle making man. Yeah, I see.
He was making money out of me, the bastard. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I've got all the time in the world for goats and goat people.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though to have like for him to have like another little interesting aside, that another guy that's there that's interesting to go talk to, you know what I mean? That makes beautiful whistles and so on and so
No,
forth.
no, he did everything wild,
He's
extreme
he's goat
ecotourism.
friendly.
And here's the wild guy that makes flutes. So I became part of his goddamn exhibit, which I thought was just hilarious. I should have asked for a kickback.
Oh yeah,
But I
absolutely.
didn't.
Or a
I
headbutt,
always,
at the very least, a headbutt.
at the very least, here's my calling card. What up? Yeah. Anyway, that's my goat stories.
Thank you, Oz. Ladies and gentlemen, Oz whistles on the goat stories
That was great.
and awesome folk music references. Bah. All right, Drew, are you ready? Is Elmo entered the building yet? Because I mean, that's really I think everybody is just waiting to see if that actually happens. Is it actually going to happen? Maybe Hawaii. What? Wait a minute.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Absolutely. This has been an awesome open mic, you guys. Thank you for playing along in the home games.
Oh, is Drew coming on?
Drew. This guy Mike right here, he's like, Drew. Don't you think he should have one of those little? I'm gonna make one for him, just like a little, like right there on his side of his chest. There, he can be like, "My name is Mike." Just a little tag.
I'm sure I can make
MIC, bitch. With all those K's and everything. Microphone. Mike the mic. Exactly. Thank you, Craig. That's exactly it. Krug. How am I supposed to say his name again? Krugs? Krugs. All right. Let's see. Well, there was a wealthy merchant, London he did dwell. He had a beautiful daughter, true to you I'll tell. Yeah, the truth to you I'll tell. She had sweethearts aplenty, men in high degree. And her Jack the sailor, her true love there could be. Our true love there could be. Well, now Jack is gone sailing with trouble on his mind. He left his native country and his darling girl behind. Oh, his darling girl behind. Went down to the tailor's shop, dressed in man's array. Climbed on board a vessel to convey herself away. Oh, convey herself away. Well, before you get on board, sir, your name I'd like to know. She smiled all in her countenance, said, call me Jack-a-Roe. Yeah, they call me Jack-a-Roe. Well, I see your waist is slender, and your fingers, they are small. And your cheeks too red and rosy to face the cannonball. Oh, to face the cannonball. She said, I know my waist is slender and my fingers, they are small. Yeah, but it would not make me tremble, Lord, to see 10,000 fall. Yeah, to see 10,000 fall. And when the meeting was over, she went and looked around. And among the dead and wounded, her darling boy she found. Yeah, her darling boy she found. She picked him up all in her arms and carried him to the town. She sent for a physician to quickly heal his wounds. Oh, to quickly heal his wounds. Well, this couple, they got married, and so well they did agree. This couple, they got married, Mama, why not you and me? Oh, why not you and me? I said, oh, why not you and me? Jack-a-Roe.
Drew.
Drew. Elmo.
Yeah, what's happening? I don't know, Peaches. I don't know where Drew is.
I hope like Elmo is reading like the Declaration of Independence or something, you know, funny, or, you know, Penthouse Forum or something. I don't know.
Did the beep go?
I heard a boop. Boop-de-boop. Boop-de-boop. Drizzle stank in the hism snacks. I heard a boop. I can hear myself on the boop.
Hello, everybody.
Drizzle stank in the hism snacks. You got to turn down your audio there, Elmo. You got to turn down your audio. I think that's better.
I think Elmo got it.
So how's it going, Elmo? How's everything going tonight?
Peaches, do you want to talk to Elmo?
So how's it going, Elmo? See, I can hear myself really good.
Elmo not doing so good.
Uh-oh.
How's it going, Elmo? See, I can hear myself. Really
Shit.
Elmo not doing so good.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Why
You-
is it looping?
because Drew has his audio on the TV on. You have to mute that while we're doing this, otherwise, it's just going to be an
Oh
endless.
no, Elmo forgot to turn
Ryan.
off.
Elmo forgot to turn it off. It's fine. Here we go.
Well, hello everybody. Elmo not doing so well tonight. Recently, the TV people convinced Elmo to get the shot. His daddy and him went on TV to tell everybody, but now his heart hurts. Oh no. What am I gonna do?
Eat some cookies!
I don't think cookies are gonna help Elmo.
Maybe you should see your doctor.
Elmo's doctor was the one who told him to get the shot.
Cookie says that's a bad idea.
Oh, I wish I would have thought that before, Cookie. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm not feeling so good.
Oh no, I can't hear it all. Hold on. What the hell did I do?
My fault.
Oh, there you are. You're muted. All right, good.
I was muted.
Well, I was the crazy one this time.
Oh,
Perfect.
poor Elmo.
Poor Elmo. He sounds so sad.
Have
Miguel
you
likes
seen
the
the
part
Have
where
you seen
Elmo
the
is
commercial?
dying. He likes the dying Elmo.
Have you seen that commercial where they have Elmo come on and
Uh-huh.
say, "Oh, Elmo got the shot. Now Elmo doing that." Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's really fucking weird propaganda. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
beyond. That's beyond.
Way
That's just-
beyond. I mean, if you can't figure out as a person who might be just oblivious all the time that there's
Is that
something
children? There's children, I think, behind you.
like there's something.
Yeah,
amiss.
my kids decided to not go to bed. They were just trying to play laser tag. So,
Woo!
why are you awake? Go to bed, poop eater.
They heard Elmo.
They heard Elmo. And they're like,
That's
that
the- that
dude
was the
puppet
problem.
show.
They,
Come
they,
on.
They kept coming in and trying to take the puppets. I mean, they're just washcloths. That's like I said. That's literally how I got my kids to bathe when they were younger, just because
Yeah.
they didn't want to.
Nicely done.
They didn't want
Put
to
your karambà.
sit still and stay in there. But if I sat there and did Sesame Street voices, they were fine with it. And I do all kinds of voices. So I mean, that was just one that made sense because we already had the puppets. So I just
Sure.
I'll just listen to something real quick, and then I'll just sit there and piss around with my voice until I can do the voice. And
Yeah, me too. Ever since like everything I've ever heard on cartoons and things, I just like naturally mimic, try to mimic that shit. Like I'm the same way I do that shit.
it's fun. I enjoy it. I really do. Oh, well, Steve, I tell you what, I don't know if we're ready to perform this stuff, but I'm more than happy to play the stuff we've been just been pissing around with. I'll definitely play my two little my two things.
I think you should.
And then the one that I made last night, I don't know. I can just play the one where I just recorded just because that's the only one you can hear my voice. I tried doing it on the Band Labs. I tried everything, but I just downloaded it to the computer. Like you said, dude, it's exponentially more functional on the computer than it is.
Definitely. It's really well thought out. Actually, it's cool as shit. Like making beats is super easy. They've got automated shit and like it's cool as hell.
That's it.
I just sat there the first time. I sat there with my finger on the S button for the kick drum, doing the whole track like do. Trying to keep time the whole time.
Gone in and grabbed one
I could have
out.
just automated that shit, and I didn't know. I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Lucky's like,
shocked,
what are you doing banging over there? What is that? I'm playing the drums.
Because he's shaking the whole table because he's not using a mouse or anything. He's using the
banging on the laptop key,
the,
you know, doom,
yeah,
doom,
the,
doom.
the space for the on the MacBook. Like he's just using the laptop on the thing. And I'm like, you're shaking the whole table. I'm like, because my tablet's on like one of the arm things. So like, if he bumps the table, it makes my whole tablet move. So like, I'm like over here, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing the drums. I'm like, what?
Just a little drumming.
It's like me and Drew
Just a
are
little one finger
collaborating.
drumming. That's all, little
Yeah.
do.
So did you say that tuner actually works?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then I'm going to use it because the kids have been playing with my guitar and it sounds just awesome.
Yeah.
Just
all you got to do is
all
plug
crunchy.
into it, as long as or you don't even have to plug into
You guys
it.
should
Like
let
as long as it
everyone
can
know
hear
the
it through the mic.
Context
It works.
of what you're talking about. What works on where?
Band Lab has
Band Lab.
has
Has
a
tell 'em,
tuner
Peaches.
that functions.
You have to give
as it
context
should. Would
because
you
not
please stop
everybody
that?
understands what you're talking about. You need to stop screaming
Yeah, Hunter, are you going to come on and tell us a story or sing a song or
or show us coffee.
show us coffee, dance, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say let him have a shot at it real quick because, like I said, I got both of those two spoken words are 3 minutes apiece, so that's 6 minutes right there. And then, yep, there's Frankie. So those are 3 minutes. That little song that you did where the one that I called Funky Racing. I mean, that was just for fun. I'm more than happy to play that.
Yeah, you can spin whatever you want, man. It's all good.
I don't care. I'll play all of them. I just don't. I want to make sure that I can do it. Now
You must unpin it.
I think that one would be easier for you to share. It lets me play it, but it won't let me download the one that I just did. It has it has a lock on it or something because it's yours. So I mean that one you would have to play, but the other three. Now let me see. Let me make sure I can.
Let me see your phone so I can pin it.
You share the if you just like use the Streamlab right here to share your screen, you can share the tab that you have and it will just play out of whatever you're looking at it on.
Okay. Let me try this real quick then. Let's see, desktop.
But yeah, if you have trouble, just let me know. I think I can do it from here.
I think
we're gonna teach you how to use it.
Right, I'll get it. I'll get
no
it.
barking. No barking.
I guess I might as well go with this one. Yeah.
Oh, it does show it as pinned. Okay, that's weird.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's pinned over here to me though.
Peaches is a freak.
So now if I play something, will it? I have to do share screen for it to play it.
Well, otherwise, the most we're gonna hear is whatever you play over the your own speakers through the microphone,
as opposed to playing it itself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'm gonna share my screen. So bear with me.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Hunter can't come on right now.
Okay. 2 monitors. Screen frame works best on a good computer.
No barking.
Some screens let you share audio.
He said there was
Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window. Follow these steps to share a video with audio. Okay. Share system audio. Bada bingo. Booming.
Yeah, Peaches is barking. That's
I talk to myself.
Yep.
So what? I talk to myself.
Nice.
Doubt you have something worth saying in response to what's in my head. Think I'll keep to myself instead. Is it a pep talk I need? Do I carry too much pride? Man, all these thoughts are taking me for a ride. Am I disgusted by what's beyond my control? Or am I slowly digging my own hole? To the bottom? What of what? When I reach it, will I self-destruct? Fuck it. Stand up. All the problems I've overcome, they've made me physically and mentally strong. Is being tough enough? So many fruits. Unfortunately, lemon. I make aid. Slice through the exteriors. Knife so sharp, I think I can avoid the tears. I'm wrong. This stuff is starting to taste like piss. No matter how much sugar, always the sours. My brain is broken. They don't know why. not from lack of trying. 15 years I've avoided dying. Medicine doesn't work, nor do thoughts, prayers, or luck. You can keep your sympathy, you fake-ass fucks. I desire an answer, so I talk to myself. Inside my head is an information wealth, like an encyclopedia of life, sports, and media. Of course, I talk to myself. Who else can I trust? So many other fuckers have just been a bust. Of course, I talk to myself. Smartest man I know, because I really don't trust these other mutants for sure. Do you talk to yourself? You think it makes you look crazy? Maybe I'm crazy, but I have faith in the future. If I want to plan this right, yeah, I talk to myself. Pessimism, try to stay above it, holds me like a prison. I talk to myself, but am I really listening? I fight inside like a religious schism, but on both sides. So who is winning? I brace myself for what's about to occur. Give myself some kind words. Is there no way out? Don't be absurd. I push on through, fly up like a bird, as high as can be. Is it helping? Watch out for that tree. I'm stuck in this jungle, but hell yeah, I can climb. Leave the weak bitches tangled up in the vines. As hard as I can, I am trying. When I talk to myself, there can be no lying. If the words aren't real, there is no denying. If it's bullshit I'm selling, I best not be buying. Don't get lost in the words of my past, though some of the sting has last, far beyond what I thought I could stand. But each time I rise, I know I'm a man, one who talks to himself. Yeah, so what? I talk to myself. I avoid the spew coming out of the world's mouth. Propaganda on the news, no doubt. Doctors caring long enough to see that money. Ain't that funny? Pessimism, try to stay above it, holds me like a prison. I talk to myself, but am I really listening? I fight inside like a religious schism, but on both sides, so who is winning? Don't get it wrong, this won't hold me back. I'll just go home and talk to myself about what this world lacks. Set some new goals to keep me on track. Hell yeah, I talk to myself.
Okay. Now, how do I? All right. What? Are you muted or am I?
All right. We like that the kids are all stealthily trying to sneak up behind you.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. I really
love
like that.
that one. I absolutely love it.
All right. I'd say. Do you want to let Hunter go real quick, and then I can come on and we can do the
Yeah,
rest?
she said she can't right now, but
Oh, okay.
she'll be back.
All right.
She has a website that we can check out though. She put the link right there.
Sweet.
Nice. Okay, cool.
When I am 1 feet.
Excellent. Well, I got the. If you want me to spin the another brick in the wall version that you made, we can do that, or the other one, I can play them. I got the band lab thing open. I think it should work.
I'd say it's the first one. So, do you know which one I'm talking about? Because one of them seems to be way louder, where you can actually hear my voice, but the sound of the music isn't as good on that one. It's the one that I sent first. It would be the very first one.
Is that the one that you said it was like locked or something?
No. That's the one for the other one entirely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that one.
Let me see if I can play.
Oh yeah.
One of these so people can hear.
Boom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, bang. And then.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, this one here, the new loop. That's the one that had it. So when it would let me change it, but it wouldn't let me download it for some reason. But maybe now that I have it on the computer, it'll let me.
Yeah, if there's like something else I have to change, I'll fix it.
Yeah, I believe this one right here. This one right here is the correct one.
Make sure it's not crazy fucking loud.
Yeah.
Just like this. All right,
Are
what
you-
is happening here?
Are you hiding?
Right. I hit play. It started out playing. Can you hear it through mine?
No, let me play it through
There we
this
are.
one.
There we are. All right. Now I shared my audio.
Now you got it.
It should be. Bam.
Yeah.
One more brick, this wall gets taller. One more foot, now I feel smaller. Climb to the top to see what's around. What's that there lying on the ground? Looks as though someone lost a crown. Get back down, try it on. I discover I was born to be the king of everything. I take the road to the next town. As I enter, I take a look around. Where could everyone be? Not a soul in the street. Walking ashore, flies on the meat. I look for a hotel so I can get clean. Go to the counter, no one here. Grab a key, I'm starting to fear. There's no one left to rule. I let the water splash my face. Dirt drips down. What now? On to the next town. Maybe that's where I'll find my people. I find a bike, turn it on. Just enough gas to get along. Hours go by, left the bike behind. I'm not worried, I'm sure I'll be fine. All I need is some food and some water. Maybe the next town I can pawn my crown. But then how will I leave? My malevolence will be false. King of nothing. You used to sit beside me. I wake up, was it all a dream? All the fears, what did it mean? Do I have a crown? Did I go somewhere and set it down? All the gold, all the jewels, the feeling of loss has me fooled. Could it have been real? Was this another world? What was the war for? Did I forget to look who was on the other side? Do I go back to sleep or build a wall? If I do, will it fall? Like my faith in man, was this part of a plan to raise me up? Does my conscience know my dreams of grandeur? You used to sit beside me. You used to call my name. I get up, go to work. My mind is sidetracked, so much lift, and I feel my back start to say no more. Is this the life of a king? I'd say not, but then ask myself, king of what? Does the world have to be mine? Do I have to control who gets sunshine, decide who gets to drink and eat, who gets to wear shoes on the feet. Why should I am just one, crown or not, I'm the ruler of none, except for me. So do I build a wall, or do I tear some down? There's something on the other side I just haven't found. Turns out I'm just a brick in the wall. It's not about how tall, but who you are stacked against. Who you choose to stand with. Better hope they are friends. Jack of all, master of none. Why do it if not for fun? Build a wall or watch one fall. Stay down or fly above them all.
You used to sit beside me. You used to call my name. This is the longest track in history.
I don't care. I love it.
It's cool.
Every bit of the, all the time. Your guitar solos, the beat. This. The fact that you turned it into Pink Floyd. Wow. Wow.
That looks fucking sick with the choppers going by and shit. What? What the hell? It's all just bricks in the wall. All in all, it's just a. All in all, it's just. All in all, it's just a. It's just a. All in all, it's just a. All in all, it's just a. Brick in the wall.
Hell yeah, Steve. The moment I heard it, I was like, I need to work with this. This is amazing. And I something you don't really know. Like my father passed away 3 years ago. About a week and a half from now will be about the day that he died. About 3 years ago, he was only 59, and
Damn.
I wasn't always a huge classic rock fan growing up. I liked metal and punk rock and rap and that kind of stuff. And he listened to like Toto and fucking Boston and shit like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I can listen to them and appreciate them, but a lot of them I'm just like, it sounds like the same song to me over and over again after a while.
Yeah.
They weren't very creative yet at that point. They didn't have the instruments, the tools, the things that they can do now. Like hell, I can make music that good on Band Labs, and I'm not even a musician. You know, I can just steal it from somebody else at this point. But my dad was
being weird.
He was a huge Pink Floyd fan. Huge Pink Floyd fan.
Okay.
He and my mother, before they divorced, actually went to Greece and then saw Pink Floyd, and then they saw Yanni at the Acropolis or something. So that was like, my dad didn't really do anything in his life. So that was like the story of his life, was the time he got to go see them do Division Bell, and then got to go see Yanni. And he talked about it all the time. And so growing up, I heard a lot of Pink Floyd. And so when I hear Pink Floyd, it's still one of those ones that kind of like, they're probably my top two in my tied for number one sort of band in my head.
Yeah.
For like all the music that I listen to, because I listen to everything. Just about.
That's me. Like since I was little, just all sorts of fucking everything. Anything.
It sounds good, I listen. I know, as long as it sounds good, I'll listen.
Yeah.
Like, and so when I hear Pink Floyd, it touches me in a certain way. And so last night when I'm sitting there listening to you and I'm typing in the chat like, Steve, I'm sitting here freestyling this. You didn't even know you could make hip hop beats this perfect. Like, I'm loving this. This is perfect. I was sitting here freestyling for like 6 minutes, and then all of a sudden it transformed into Pink Floyd, and I'm like, this might be the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, are you fucking right now? Like, oh, I was like, it was 12:30 at night.
Why are you bouncing around?
I jumped on my notebook. I sat there with the headphones in for an hour and a half, and then I went in and recorded.
That's awesome.
I was so excited about it. I was like, this is beautiful.
That's fantastic, man. That's what music is supposed to do.
That's it. The only thing that gets me is the transition from where I'm rapping into where yours, where it starts into your part. You can definitely hear where I clipped it together pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
And then at the beginning, at like 2 minutes and 13 seconds, I don't know what happened when I was recording it. It had the it had that whole thing there too. It didn't clip out right there. Walk beside me or sit beside me. It was right there. It was the whole thing, and I don't know what happened. It clipped half of it off, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's hip hop, so nobody's gonna think anything.
Yeah, no, it's still cool because you can chop up whatever the actual song is and make. That's what I thought was really cool about what you were doing was, you know, he's scratching me and shit. I don't like it. Can you tell I'm uncomfortable by the bird on my shoulder?
He loves Drew though.
He loves me.
He loves you.
I understand. Look, he's like, come on, let me on, Dad. I'm happy over here.
He wants to just sit there with you. He just sit normal though.
I can't though, because he makes me fucking nervous, and and I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be scared you're gonna bite my fucking ear off or whatever.
Here, let me put the washcloth on him. Here. He's mad that I'm trying to take you away. That I'm trying to like move him.
Yeah, but
there, Opie.
Well, how about this? Well, I mean, I'm here. I got one more here. Let's see.
Hell yeah, do it.
He's a happy bird over here. He like loves you, Drew.
Drew's got the perfect Joe Cocker voice or Meatloaf. Absolutely, I bet you.
You're under it now. You have to let it stay there.
Oh shit! Hold on, yes, hold on.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He wants to go in it. He thinks
I
like
do.
it's like a hoodie.
I used
see?
to
He's like,
cover the
Yeah.
Doors a lot. I
Yeah.
used to be able to
Please
do
remove the
Jim
bird from
Morrison. I used
Come
to
on.
do Jim Morrison
Stop it, son.
money. People
Okay.
literally thought I was.
Good
I
boy.
like. We would be covering it, and people would be like, "Oh, I thought the radio was playing." Like it's
Yeah.
very simple music, and his voice is. I'm
"You're
not.
here first."
I'm not English, but I mean, I can imitate him good enough. So.
Well, that's the cool thing about like being a good mimic in that situation. If you can sing in the style of whoever, listening back in classic rock and top 40 or whatever, there's a lot of distinct sounding voices and vocal styles, like crazy distinct. But if you get a
And that's what made
blend,
the good ones.
get a blend of some of that, it doesn't matter what aspect of it you use. You know what I mean? You can your voice can really sound very different timbres and as you're singing if you're aware
really
of
think about it. Think of all the really unique voices that went across. I mean, you got your AC/DCs, you've got your holy crap. I mean,
there's a lot of fucking great voices that are
Bob
like
Dylan,
unique as fuck. Tom Waits, fucking Bon Scott. There's Jagger sounds like Jagger. There's people sound like themselves. Those are the best ones that I like. I don't sound like anybody. I sound like me. So that's I achieved the thing that you're supposed to do with your voice.
Exactly. See, and that's like the thing is it's one thing to cover a song and try and mimic the song, which
or at least emulate the parts that you like. You know what I mean? The parts that are important to you to get across. That's the thing. I think.
Yeah. See, like at the end of your another brick in the wall, just another brick in the wall. I mean, you chose a whole different tone. It wasn't. That's what I like to do. I remember like Screeching Weasel and Me First and the Gimme Gimmies and like No Effects. They would always do really, really rad covers of songs that you would never expect to be the ones.
Yeah, dude, those are some of the funnest things that like fucking Lemonheads did. That bunch of fucking cool like punky bands covering classic rock songs or 50s fucking rock songs and shit, and you're like, wow.
Like I tried to sing All My Lovin', but then you listen to Me First and Gimme. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day and I'll send all my loving to you. Like there's that's fun. That's what's fun. Get the hell out of here, dog! Jesus Christ! It's like
Dad singing, woohoo! Let's go.
Well, she's huge and she's licking my arm and she's like pushing me. I'm like, God, she's strong. She's so strong. It's terrible. No, so well then let me see here. I'll put my share back on here and we'll do this last one that I got sitting here.
I can see her now. I can see her like coming over in the corner because the screen that I have is like delayed. So I'm seeing like what's happening on YouTube, like after.
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds late.
Yeah, like I see this like 10 seconds later. I see the dog's like head in the corner.
One moment, calm.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna hit play now. Did it sound right? I think it did it right. Make sure here. Oh nope, I did it wrong again. There we go. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Boom.
One moment, calm and collected. Next in rage, fury ablaze. So unpredictable, unmictal. Fight to find a thought. Now distraught, lash out. Not this again. Start to feel confused. Vertigo sets in. Equilibrium shaky. Am I fainting? Life starts to feel about as real as a painting. Sweetie, is that you? Don't worry, baby, I'm right here, Drew. What just happened? Am I all right? You'll be just fine. But you gave your tongue a bite. There's blood. It ruined your new shirt. Don't worry, honey. Some pre-treater will work. Now the questions. What's my name? What year was I born? Who is the president? Where were you this morning? Have trouble with them all? Who would have thought? Not me, obviously. My brain is now rot. Take a couple days to get back on track. Medicine wears off. I've got my mind back. Go to the park to skate off the pain. Muscle so cramped I'm going insane. Land a few tricks, start to feel better. Begin to have thoughts about whether I can keep this up. Can my children count on me? Will I get to work again? Do the doctors really care? This really isn't fair. What the fuck is up with life?
Fuck.
The fuck is up with life?
Realize it's not that bad. Many have it worse. Certainly not the only one this disease is cursed. I walk, talk, play with my kids, skate, bike, love to fish. Some can't tell who their loved one is. They can't do things like walk and eat. Forget rap on beat. Take a stroll down the street. Pet their little dog resting at their feet. Imagine picking up the phone. Can't dial the numbers. What a bummer. Was it important? Maybe think of it again shortly. Wait, who was I gonna call? Uh-oh, feeling dizzy. I think I'm gonna fall. It takes a lot to make it through the day. The pain of having to abstain from everyday life. Every 5 minutes, counting on my wife. Where my keys, where my phone. Thankfully, I'm not alone. Probably a goner if it wasn't for her care. So much for her to bear. It's the worst thing we share. But in sickness and in health, she and my boys, they are the wealth. Yo, I'm pre, inner, and postictal. Brain shutting down like I was hit with a missile. Confusion is an understatement. Need a plan for abatement. You got one? Currently, I just burn a lot of blunts. Get so high, I feel it for a month. What's that? You got the sticky? It's the number one thing keeping me from feeling sickly. Blaze it up, shut down my brain. From back to the front, I'm in the slow lane. Ooh, are that dab? Let me get some. Head's feeling kinda bad. That don't stop me. Still got the skills to spit this properly. Ickle or not to get this far. Many battles fought, it's a lot. And I won't be stopped now. Approach adversity with a furrowed brow. Concentration a must to the top or bust. Much love to my wife until we turn to dust.
Fucking good.
Wow.
Dude, that is fucking tight as hell.
You gotta let Peaches say hi to Drew's son.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Do they want to say hi to Peaches?
Say hi to the bird.
Hey, Peaches. Free Assange.
Free Assange, God damn it.
God, just
Oh, you know, he said I'm going on my back.
you can do it, Peaches. Come on,
Oh,
Peaches. You can do
Peaches,
it. Free
you're
Assange.
you're so aggressive. Free Assange. Free Assange. Do it.
Free Assange.
Dude, that shit's hilarious. You just sit there, just like he's gonna power lick your ear, bro.
Stop squeaking in my
What's
head.
Drew doing? Drew.
Why?
Drew.
Why you gotta be so
Oh,
squeaky?
you greeting him? Yeah.
Say hi, Drew.
Peaches is such a treasure, and it's you guys who have to deal with how obnoxious he really is.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic for everyone for a couple of hours. You know, sure.
Yeah, everybody gets to enjoy him.
It's like toddlers. You know what I mean? Oh, they're great. They're fun to play with. Now take it away.
Now go home. Go to your yeah. That's what I always said. Once I had kids, I'm like, I'm so glad my kids are now not little babies anymore.
This
Like
is like
I
having
love
a baby.
babies, but after having a couple, I'm like, no, you can
Yeah.
keep them. You can
Yeah.
keep them. They're all yours. I love playing with babies. Kids love me too. I'm
super
like I
fun.
coach sports and all that shit. So kids,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, kids always like me. They always want to play. Because I'm a big fuzzy looking fucking weirdo, and they're like, "Oh, who's this guy?"
Yeah, Peaches loves kids too.
One of the funnest things to do is to like meet the person, meet the child, and then just decide to tell them something funky. You're like, okay, now I want us to communicate by just making beeping noises. Okay, so when you want something, just beep at me. Okay, and do something silly like that, and that's always like you've made a friend now. You know what I mean? He's gonna remember that's that fucking weirdo who said beep. They're just gonna beep at you next time.
Oh my gosh.
I like that.
Yeah, it says can't get feedback on a private revision for that other one. So it's just saying it's like it won't it shut down where it says download it. I can share it somehow, but I'm not allowed to download it. Apparently. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
I
saying,
don't know.
but if there's a thing that I can change, I will change it. So
I'd say
we can both have the same.
Only you and those have access with this revision. Publish it to get feedback and okay.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's
Is it because it's?
I think I just don't know what I'm doing yet. I think
Is it just because you didn't share it or something? Because it is published, right? I mean, we just
now
played it.
now I'm seeing. Let me see the library.
Did you see what Oz said?
It might be another thing. What did I say?
There was a cockatoo in a big cage down at the pub with a sign saying, "Careful, I bite." And the cocky's saying, "Come over here, closer, closer."
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Your
like,
bird told me to come over here. What are you listening to the fucking bird for?
Right? What are you
Bird,
doing?
come on. Birds aren't real. Shit.
Yeah, that's really weird. All
yeah,
right,
remember,
so
birds are not real.
yeah, they are not, but even though they taste good,
They are
Metal
sometimes.
Yeah, what do they think that you're
Usually,
eating?
every
You know?
time I've had a bird, it's been delicious. That's all I'm gonna say.
I eat them all the time, and every
I
single
see.
one of them
I don't
smells
eat them
tasty
anymore.
like
I
potato chips.
used to eat them on the regular. Now, I don't. The burbs, the moo cows, not so much.
Yeah, we don't.
The other day though, like we went to that wedding, and they had had shrimp wrapped in bacon. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna die. I was like, this is the best fucking tasting thing ever. Completely Jones for bacon, like
I don't think there's a bad thing you can put bacon on.
no, hell no. So you put some fucking fatty old fucking shrimp in there and fucking bam.
Steve cheated.
It was so good. I did.
But I made him go to the wedding and be there for a long time.
So it was only right that I get to eat some
I
bacon.
had to be there. I was in the wedding.
It's only fair. To balance everything out in the universe.
But he had Leo duty when I didn't, like.
That's right. And I had to defend Leo's honor once again at the behest of the head host guy
manager?
or whatever that was, the manager guy that was running the wedding thing in the hotel. And he's like, "Is that a service dog?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's a service dog." And then he's like, "Okay, well, what is the service?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't really ask me what the fuck it's for." Well, I can ask that one.
Well, how about none of your fucking business, bro?
So I said,
they're legally allowed to ask if it's a service animal and what service they perform. They cannot ask you to have the dog or the animal perform the service. They can't make the you know what I mean? Like you can't. Right. They can't be like, yeah, well now.
So you can just make some shit up. He's a mind reader, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I have seizures, so what are they gonna be like? Have a seizure right now, or else,
right?
Like,
is your dog gonna alert me? No, he's gonna ignore you because you're an asshole.
No, Leo doesn't hump legs. Actually, he's really good.
The only humping Leo does is to much larger dogs. Usually,
oh my god, yeah,
all the time. He's like. He gets up on his back paws and he's like, "What, bitch? I'm tall."
Yeah, Leo.
He gets right in there.
A Leo video of him drumming.
My dog, literally, he's 80-pound lab shepherd mix. Looks terrifying. I mean, he scares people. Like if you see him in the dark and you see his eyes glow, you're like, "Oh shit, okay, just kind of creepy looking." That dog is the most. He's such a wuss. He lets even girl dogs hump him. Little dogs, girl dogs, but every dog humps him.
He's not dominant.
He's just not dominant. He's just
not. And what's funny, he's a hunting dog, so he'll go and kill you an animal, and then let your Chihuahua hump the crap out of him. Like
he seems confused.
Yeah, the cats come up as a dominance thing, and they clean his ears.
Oh.
That's cute.
That's how she tells all the other animals that. Well, it's only one
Where
cat
the
that really does
fuck
it.
are the
But
Leo
she
videos?
comes up, starts cleaning the dog's ears, and if they start to get upset about it, she's like, "Rrr, rrr." And then you're like, all right, here, clean them, go for it. It's all you, man.
That's funny.
That's
Oh, and it turns out I can
Wait.
play it. I figured out how to play it, but I don't know how loud it comes up if I play it on BandLab, just because my computer speakers kind of blow. But if it's playing through the computer on what everybody else's speakers sound like, then it shouldn't matter. So I should be able to play my my Al Jolson impression, apparently.
My Al Jolson impression.
nice.
You know,
Okay,
he said that.
please.
I'm like, I'm a white rapper, sweetie. What are you talking about? I can't misappropriate a culture any more than that. I mean, but I've been doing this for since I was 15. Like, so I mean, I'm like, what do you want from me? Some of the things I love to do is like sing Kanye West songs and stuff, and I like mocking him. So it's.
Absolutely. What's more fun than mocking Kanye? Come on, people.
I love Kanye West though. I do. I don't know what it is. I know he's a psychopath, but I love him.
He is. But
He makes
we don't choose.
There's no volume on that.
We don't
video
choose.
right now.
There's no
Muted.
volume on what?
On the video.
Oh, so you just play it.
Okay, on that video, there's no volume.
I can see that there's no volume on
It's-
it on the actual video. It shows me. I can see it on the screen here. But there's no volume. There you go.
Yeah, get it.
But Everett goes under him.
Bro.
I'm not quite sure why you're still awake.
Okay.
That's awesome. See, you got to get him to clip together a sample of Leo drumming and then add that into something, and then get some samples of Peaches squawking, and cut those.
Gosh,
together.
how could I ever record Peaches squawking? I mean,
You'll never get that. It's
would
not
be-
like
it'd
it's
be so
already
difficult
in
to capture.
everything we've worked on already.
One day, Peaches is gonna say "Free Assange," and it's gonna be. Awesome.
I think because everybody keeps saying it, like, Steve, you need to do a song with Peaches. I think we need to just let them listen to this last one, and then they can hear that.
Yeah, Peaches is
enjoys it.
He's leaving an indelible mark on. There's a bunch of videos up as well that have, little bits of Peaches.
You should just put like on those videos.
I should credit him. Yeah.
It's like a little Peaches.
Right. Need to put Peaches in the band.
Yeah, Peaches is in
Make
the
him his
band.
own BandLab page.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, Peaches should have his own band.
make a bunch of samples with him squawking, and then upload them into the cloud that they have.
Yes, and everybody will use those samples.
You just have fucking going through music for the entirety of history. Then
Peaches.
I think he needs a song though about everything is apples.
Who's the burb who rocks the
Everything
party?
is
Peaches is the burb that rocks the
Everything's
party.
cool when you're part of a bird
Oh, I
team.
sent you those pictures too of the bearded dragons that I held today.
Oh, did you?
And I told
Oh, I love
Peaches-
bearded dragons. I used to breed them. Those
Yeah,
are
that's
the
what these are for Skyla's friend, and they're gonna breed them. One of them is a really small one, and she said that like that's the breed of it is really small, and it's actually an amputee. It's missing like its arm because I guess it was in with the regular the bigger bearded dragons.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a smaller breed of them, and they weren't supposed to
Let
be
me
together.
see if I can just upload the picture.
And I looked at Peaches today, and I told him, I said, "Look, we have you guys and these guys, and you guys are both dinosaurs." Well, they are
Dinosaur.
Bearded dragons and Peaches. They're prehistoric.
That is true. I'm not going to
Peaches
argue
is
that
in the
that
pterodactyl family.
with you at all.
That's why He sounds like an angry pterodactyl.
All right. These are gonna work. So I'm gonna pull us out of the thing when it's does. Maybe I can just. Yeah.
I can hit play right now.
You can hit play anyway. We could still hear the music and then look at the lizards.
Perfect.
Yep.
How do I do Yeah! Look at that thing! Oh, that tail is awesome.
I just want to go fast. Oh yeah, if there was a beat for going fast, sign me up for the whatever price offer. Jump in my sports car, I just want to go fast. I don't care how far, as long as in the end, I can put 110. Car pulls up, the light turns green. I hit the gas until my speed is obscene. Hold my drag, comes up to pass. No chance. I'm here to speed. This engine's got me hot. I'm shooting through the gears like I can't be caught. Here come the cops. Think I'm gonna stop? Hell no, it's time to go. I don't care how far, as long as in the end, I see 110. Let's go.
I like it. It gets really demented.
Right? I love it. It's just funky. It's just funky.
You can tell I haven't played with like effects and distortion in forever, so I'm like, it's all over
I
the
like
place.
it, dude. I don't care. That's what makes it so fun is the uniqueness, the fact that you're not just playing the same old shit. I think that's really what it comes down to. I'm sick of hearing the same shit.
Yeah, man.
And
I mean,
this is more fun.
We can refine this shit so it sounds like tighter shit, but you know what I mean? From there, it's like it already has like a neat fucking thing happening on its own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like we polish that up with like, you know, rap breaks and then psychedelic fucking weirdness and then other rap breaks.
Yeah.
I was
listening to it, I was like, I need to figure out how to do it on the Band Labs thing. Maybe you already know how, but I was like, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
You know, just like get like funk that thing out, like dub it out a bit.
Yeah, there's all effects like dub effects and shit, like literally that say dub effects on them. That
I was scared to play with it a little bit.
No, you can do anything you want to it, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now that I've seen the thing where it's like, all right, it doesn't get rid of the version you just fucked with. It keeps that one. So if you really fuck it up and you get done and you're like, oh, I wish I would have just had the one before this. Well, you do. It's right there. So I don't like when I was looking at yours, I was like, I don't want to touch his in case I fuck it up somehow. And then you were like, no, just go for it. And I'm like,
you can't really fuck it up because, and even if you do something and you don't like it, you can just fucking mute the fucking thing and be like, I don't like that track.
Start over too is the nice part.
You can start over, ditch it. You can start from wherever you want. You can make loops and fucking like all kinds of good shit.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's been heck just pissing around the last couple weeks, dude. I've enjoyed it. Just I don't know. I can usually never find people that want to do this kind of stuff. I'm always down. Like I have no shame, and I love to sing. I love to perform. I acted and sang as a kid, and dude, what was really funny is it really was like most of the stuff I did as a kid was madrigal choirs and barbershop quartets and Christian choirs and so like if you go back, and I'm not even going to tell you how to find it, but I mean if you go back, you can find old videos of me doing really cool
awesome
events, like really cool, like working along with like orchestras and
that's fucking great, dude. That's so cool.
I always laugh because I tell the story all the time too. But when I was in 5th grade, none of the kids at the school wanted to do a solo in front of the bishop, and so they had the bishop and all the people under him, and then like all the guys from the diocese or something. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what the hell any of it meant. But they kept trying to ask, and so they went to all the schools and asked all of the kids from all of the schools, because it was like 30 schools that were participating, and they asked everybody, well, will one of you do the solo for the bishop? They couldn't get anybody in all of the 30 schools. Nobody was willing to sing for the bishop. I'm like, I don't even know who the fucking bishop is. Like, I give a shit. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. So I went out and I sang a solo. I did a Catholic song. I sang a solo for the bishop at this enormous Catholic event in the Erie, Pennsylvania region. It was the Erie, Pennsylvania diocese, and it was everywhere that's in that general vicinity. All the churches and everybody, they all come together. And I didn't give a shit. There was like 3,000 people there. I just went out and sang. I don't give a shit. Like I didn't care. And now, just a couple of years ago, when they were having all the Catholic churches were getting caught up in all the pedophilia stuff, 2 of the guys I sang for that day are now in prison.
Oh wow, dude! That shows how insidious it is. Like,
like that, I sang those guys' songs. Cool, fuckers. If there
Catholic
was a God,
girl,
he smited
tiny
them. But
little
the problem is most
mustache.
of them just get shipped away. Oh, those two only did it because they were able to be proved that they had actually, like the court of law proved that they did it. There were like 7 of them that got investigated. The other ones just got shipped to other churches.
That's the go-to. That's their flex, you know, like that's what they fucking do. They're like, yep,
Who likes
we'll just
kids anyway? Fuck kids, little bastards.
little bastards. Send them all to bed. Get out of my yard. Get off my lawn. Get off my fucking my lawn, you little bastards.
You especially.
Is that the dog? Is that the dog squeaking the squeak toy? Every so
Yes.
often?
The Oh no, where's this stuff? It's the
Oh, it's a duck.
It's a duck, but now I have to. I'll be right back.
Quack. All right.
What happened?
That was my cue to play a Max Creek song. Okay.
Where's the rest of his pieces? Yes, kill him. The cat's killed the dog. I don't like it.
I'm like, he had a duck. That's my cue to play a Max Creek song. Another wind blows through the time I spent with you. Save each second in my mind. I remember the intensity. Every little thing we said rings around the moonstone wine. And your eyes for an instant see the sun in the distance as it sparkles on the blue horizon. And I think of all the skies that might never drift by over you and I. Over you and I.
All right, go to bed.
Paradox nights circle on back again. Know you found your way home. And the light of your breath and the moonlit whispers embraces tender and warm. And staring at the stars, we wonder how far the future is to give us fortune. And I think of all the skies that are never drift by with you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. Something is forming on the edge of the universe or the previous passages of time. Blink goes the eye and the moment slips by. Muppets burning in the fire. And the rain-soaked wind starts to blow right in. And the clouds roll through my window. And I think of all the skies that might never drift by over you and I. Over you and I. And I think of all the skies that might never drift by over you and I. Hey, Cookie Monster and Elmo, I have a question. Whatever happened to Mr. Hooper? I heard he got busted back in the 80s selling crack and hookers. All right, then. You're muted.
I was, yeah.
You was.
I was like,
I realized it halfway through.
I was responding, and I'm like, "You're an idiot." Like, all of a sudden,
I'm like, damn it, the Muppet didn't say it. You know.
Younger, you Mr. Hooper.
What I got to do is figure out how to route other people's, like your audio to my looper, so I can have you say about, or you know what I mean, or have you fucking record some sound bites in BandLab so I can fucking
easy enough
say some fucked up shit, but Elmo, you know, like.
I'm really disappointed that El's book really never came, and I've begged every time I get on here and she's in the chat. I make subtle backhanded statements that I'm like, come on, El, just send it to me. Come on, it's 38 pages. I know you've got a copy sitting around somewhere with my name on it. Like I wanted to get the humor out of it so bad, and she just won't let me. She just won't let me. I was sure of it.
Can you get it on digital, like the digital copy of it?
I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. But see, it was the having that cover.
Yeah, yeah.
That was what I was like, I'm gonna leave that thing on my shelf forever. Like that thing's gonna be an ornament forever. But no.
Did you get a hold of Amazon?
No, because it's not my account. It's on my wife's. I just kind of jumped on her page. Well, I just realized when they put the stupid little thingies on my forehead to put the glue.
Yeah.
There's like red spots. I wonder if that's like my whole head's like that.
Maybe.
I guess I didn't notice it in the mirror. I can see it on here. Neat.
Well, you know, pigmentation is groovy, man.
Are you allergic to like the adhesive that they use?
Yeah, it's just really strong, and then it doesn't come off. Like I wash my hair every day, just about, and I usually don't wash my hair every day. I usually just soap up everything and call it a day. And I'm telling you, I can still pick pieces of glue out of my hair and stuff. It sucks.
Oh man.
Go. I'm just glad I was smart. See, the first time I did it, I didn't know what was going to happen. And so I still had hair a little bit at the time. This was like 5-6 years ago. And I still had hair. And oh my God, getting those fucking things out of your hair is far worse than having them in there. And it just like,
I can't imagine my hair.
Something about Mary comes to mind when you.
If I had something like that, like, oh my gosh, like that would be terrible.
Yeah, like I look at the picture of me on the band labs. That was like 5-6 years ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where did all my hair go? Like, shit,
I know the feeling, bro.
Man, it's just
it migrated.
And
All
you
of
can't-
mine went here. It just went.
It goes south for old
I
age.
keep saying mine's falling out to here, here, and here. And everything else is just staying
Somehow, Cornell West's hair got on top of my chin. I'm Don King when Mike Tyson was.
Yeah,
It
his
really
like
is.
big
It's
Cornell
well
West.
done, dude. That's all. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Oh shit.
It does. It looks the same. It looks the same. At least you get a cool pattern in your beard as it's, you know what I mean, as it's going to platinum.
Right? Yeah. See, there's an optimistic thought about it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's cool pattern, you know? Like,
My grandma had white hair at 25.
oh,
Her hair
wow.
was white. She's 80 some years old now, and her hair is the same color now as it was when she was in her 30s.
That's just she's a gangster. That's just cool as
Yeah,
fuck, you know.
yeah, it looks. She's got beautiful hair too, so it's pretty neat.
Oh my god. Oz said that's where the horns came off. Those two marks. Drew got his horns removed, really, guys. He's just less horny. Oh. Oh, look at the sweet babies.
Puppy, puppers.
You just want to give me
puppy.
Oh.
There goes the foot.
All right, go play. No, go play. No.
I'm gonna try that again with my guitar and see if it works with the band lab.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
sure if
see, Steve,
Jennifer
I don't know.
was going to come on.
I was gonna say, yeah, I see if there's anybody else, and I'd say, man, hey, I appreciate. I've had a lot of fun this week, man. Honest to God, it's been fun just pissing around and working on new things, and God, I've really enjoyed it. And I tell you what, man, I've told so many people to come. I don't know. Some of them are like, yeah, maybe this week, maybe another week. I'm like, well, I'm gonna fucking bug everybody until y'all come and at least try it once and come and hang out with us. Don't be dickheads. Your asses out here and watch and play. You know, that's why I said, I'm like telling everybody, like, you don't have to participate, even just come and watch, man. What else are you doing?
Right.
But I put it out as like it's for a bunch of it's for us old people that want to go out on a Saturday night, but just don't fucking feel like it. Do an open mic in a bar, but God, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
But
And a Saturday night is never the open mic. Like open mic is like a Monday or a
Thursdays
Tuesday.
and Mondays and
Yeah,
shit.
man. Saturday is a
Always.
weird night
Saturday's
for it. For
always
sure.
like a headline.
Yeah. So you
So,
only
like-
get like obscure weirdos like us, that
Yeah.
show up here.
Get the underground, just
Yeah.
down, deep down.
It's like
Let's see. I'm gonna
tell you
try
what,
out this. I want to try out this guitar amp. It's got guitar amplifiers with 29 different amps. Okay, let's try that.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right, let's
Yeah, I
see.
tell you
what's
what,
up.
man.
You guys should do a stream this week and like just do your band stuff like live, just like play it out or
I think we
practice
need
it
more
out.
practice first. I think we got to get a little bit more time and figure out how to work on the latency between the two of us so we can make sure that the sound meshes up, because that's been the hardest thing is I'm trying to make my sound, which is nice on the band labs because you can literally go in and adjust the amount of volume for each clip thing, and that's pretty convenient because I was able to turn my vocals up and turn the music down.
Yeah.
But it's still like how I recorded it. I went up to my sound bar at my TV with my cell phone and I sat there and I listened to it and then I would rewind it where it was at, looping again. And just like, that's how I made that. I made that fucking loop, bro. I was just copying it off of the TV. So
That's
I'll tell
awesome.
you, I tell you what, man, you're a treasure, bro. I look back at some of the stuff you did in the past. I followed some links and stuff from that thing the other night. Like, you're there's a difference between you and me. You're a real musician, and I'm just a guy having fun. Like, you're very talented, man. You're a true treasure.
It was
And I
freaking out.
appreciate getting to play around. It's been fun.
Fuck yeah. Let me try this fucking thing again. Tell me if you can hear like distorto fucking guitar or what.
Okay.
What?
I don't know if it's on. I don't think it's working that way. I think I got to do.
Does it play it, and then when you replay it back, it sounds like it?
No, it's actually it should be.
Oh, it's your amp that does it.
Yeah, this is the amp that's in the Sound Labs,
in the lab,
and I'm just trying to use it at the same time. Let me see if I hit monitor if it will work. Okay. No, that's not doing it. Okay, that's the input channel, but that should fucking work. Let's see here. Why is this not working? Should be a dual rectifier fucking.
Careful. Steve.
Hi there.
Pay attention where Peaches is.
Please stop that.
There's no reason for that. There really isn't.
Okay, now why?
It just brings me such great joy. I don't know. Oh my god. Trying to hear if there's a difference or not. I'm trying to.
No, it's about the same. Let me see here. What the fuck?
This is pretty close.
No, it should have fucking mad gain and be like on the edge of fucking feeding back. Let me see here.
It should be stealing the sound and coming out a different sound.
Yeah, I think it's just not going out the way that I want it to.
Yeah.
That's all. That's okay though. I just wanted to see if it was possible to do it, because then if that was the case and I know that I could do it. Oh, it's because it's still on. See, it's actually working. It wants to feed back.
I was going through the comments and I see Oz. I was like, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. I haven't seen that movie in a while. That's
yeah, the mining python that's another thing. That's another.
The kids in the hall. Did you see the kids in the hall did something new recently? Oh my god, those guys are so good.
Who's that?
The kids in the hall.
Oh yeah,
the Canadian. Yeah, they just came out with something new recently, and yeah. I was like, oh no! Like usually when they try to resurrect something like Mad TV, when they tried to do Mad again, like they couldn't do it because the jokes they used to do were kind of crude and borderline. Like a lot of them were borderline racist.
Oh yeah,
and all this, and so they can't get away with those jokes in this era. So unless you're willing to be shills like SNL and say dumb shit and promote yourself to the scum of the earth. I mean, it's you're not gonna get that kind of comedy. So when I saw what's the other one? There's another one that came out. But they when I saw it, I was like, oh no, they probably had to tone it down. Like
nope. I think Kill Tony is probably the funniest fucking thing in comedy, dude. Unbelievably good.
I every Monday when you guys are on, you guys have to know I've got you split screen and it's his volume that's on. I'm sitting here in the chat with you guys volume down halfway. You guys are half volume.
That's funny.
I
Because
mean,
yeah,
when they did the COVID thing, when they were saying send in your 1-minute videos, I made a shit ton of them, and
nice.
none of them made it. And I'm like, every week I'd watch the show and I'd be like, my jokes were way fucking funnier than that. Kiss my ass. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Even one of my jokes was a goddamn COVID joke, and I'm like, at least mine's timely, like none of these people are like not even all that funny.
That's the thing is like because they're like Austin's fucking thing that they have like a little, there's a hierarchy involved here. Like, you got your Joe Rogan, you got your, and everybody else.
Joe Rogan kind of just sits at the top now. They tried to cancel him, and it didn't even work. They tried.
No, that was just the stupidest fucking thing. Like, Neil Young, shut the fuck up, you idiot. Like, anybody who spent 10 minutes researching would understand that you're just being a pompous fucking virtue signaling douchebag right now. Shut the fuck up.
That's it.
Which is sad because I've come to realize that most of the people that I love the music of, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are completely fucking full of shit, neoliberal fucking idiots. But I'm having a difficult time like seeing past that to appreciate the art. You know what I mean? I still the songs, I still love them and I'll play them and stuff, but it's like there's a whole like thing that's been exposed to me about my whole life being a fucking deadhead and just what that means and how that's connected to fucking a greater fucking plan by fucking, certain agencies that may or may not be listening to us right now. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing is in play completely throughout the whole Grateful Dead scene and community and all of it. And it's just like completely unbeknownst to most people who are just standing deep in it going, fucking praise Jerry and you know what I mean? Like these are the best songs that were ever written. And, all the fucking like, it's a weird how it parallels Christianity, but it also there's no pedophilia as much as I understand. So that's a good part. It's not quite like Christianity. It's a little different, or at least the way they observe Christianity and Catholic, in general.
Confused. I don't understand. Share screen. And then it gives me the option. But it doesn't switch. At least not that I can see.
It won't let you switch?
No, like I'm trying to. While I was doing those spoken words, I was trying to pull up my Ninja Warrior video, and so I go onto the StreamYard thing, and I go to share screen, and I share screen, and it says, "What do you want to share?" And I say Microsoft Edge tab, and then I click on the thing that I want, and then it says share, and I hit share.
There it is.
Hey, did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see it now.
Steve has to add it to the screen.
I got to add it to the stream. Boom.
Oh, you have to do it. Oh, okay.
You can control the volume and everything, but I got to add it to the thing.
Well, the volume is just sounds of me grunting and shit, so not even worth having on there.
He's fucking doing flips off the pier. Nice.
Yeah, this was right before COVID. They had American Ninja Warrior had open casting, so I sent in a video that I was about 40.
Damn, that's
40,
fucking sick.
I was about 40 pounds heavier at that point, so it was. I'm way better at it now, but this got me into American Ninja Warrior. I was supposed to go to DC, and then COVID happened.
Dope.
And then they went from, they said only the regulars, and then they went only the regulars and the people from their gym the next year. And then last time it wasn't open casting. They It wasn't open casting because they like decided who they wanted already or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but so I haven't got to try again since then, and now I'm way better at it. But I'm not even able to sign up. I'm like, oh man.
Who do we got to petition?
Who do we got a petition to get this sign this guy up for fuck's sake?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
I bet you we could. I bet you we could get the attention of people. Like, you know what I mean? We could all tag them on Twitter and send them messages and
yeah.
I forget that the internet exists.
book Drew, fucking hashtag book Drew. God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Figure out.
Well, this is awesome. This is
Oh, look at that. It's crazy. And like you said, you were heavier then, and like you still freaking. That's crazy that you can do it then, and
ridiculously
that
strong.
you can do it at all. Like that's awesome.
Fuck you for being so strong. God damn it.
Like, how do you fucking like do like? Oh, I mean, I guess you're not afraid if you're gonna fall.
Also, way to fucking go.
That's
awesome.
It's not a scary.
I'm gonna get on eventually. Eventually, I'm gonna get it because I mean, there's old guys that do it all the time, and I'm only 35, so I've got time. I've got time. It'll happen. COVID will finally go away eventually, and the world will go back to normal. And as long as they don't blow it up first. And
they'll probably. Hopefully, it'll all just crumble anyway, and we'll just make our own.
Is this place like? Was that like close to like where you live?
That's in town. Most of that's right here in town. Like that building that I climbed, that's a restaurant that's around the corner that we go to all the time. And they've caught me a few times. But that ladder in the back corner, if there's a ladder that I can climb back down, I'll climb any building that's up to 3 stories. Up to 3 stories, I'll free climb.
That's fucking funny.
That is so
catching you on the building.
Shit.
Drew, get out that goddamn building. How many times I gotta tell you?
That's what the manager did the last time.
Fucking core strength like a motherfucker.
Like, you gotta stop
you
doing
were
that.
supposed to do the ninja thing. I'm wondering if that's the same people that were. I had a friend that they were going to be building a ninja course in their barn for a show, like for a TV show. Is that what that was for? For a TV show?
Yeah, American Ninja Warrior. Yep.
I think that's the show that was going to be in that barn, like my friend's barn.
Yeah, well, lots of places in Connecticut film.
Yeah,
things like that.
They call this Hollywood East.
Yeah,
he was a film guy.
Yeah, the Carolinas, fucking big time.
Yeah,
tons of
they make a lot of shows.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place. There's lots of good location. And it's cheap as fuck.
Cheap. Yeah, you can get scenery that looks like other places. You can plant palm trees and shit. You can make it look like other places here.
Yep.
And I was like, hell, I've got my here. Do you want to hear one of my comedy sketches?
Bring it.
I mean, it's on.
It's
here.
open mic. It's open mic. I mean, all bets are off. Let's go.
Yeah, I rarely ever get on the. Oh, I wonder. Hopefully it can.
If you do this, you go, you click the little full screen square right there, and then it'll be full screen, and we can make us small.
Finally, some personal space in the grocery store.
Can you hear?
No more of these mutant old ladies bashing my heels with their carts trying to get their cat food on the belt faster as not to miss the early bird special. 6 fucking feet, Gertrude! Back up or I'll fucking cough on you! Honestly, what I miss the most about through the pandemic is a good old buffet. Let's get real, though. 3 times a week on average, I patron these country and Chinese style buffets. I obviously wasn't that worried about germs before this shit. And you know who really dropped the ball in all this? Oral hygiene companies. So much bad breath could have been addressed, while hand soap, disinfectant, toilet paper companies rake in on our poorly allocated pandemic funds. Listerine should have been up in that alcohol solution to 70% overnight.
And that's Drew.
That was fucking great. Giggle, giggle, giggle. God damn it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I
Ladies and
watched that
gentlemen.
one. I might have commented on that one. I watch you guys' things.
Yeah.
You see that other video? Those other two videos. That one, the one of us doing oil field baling. Oh my god! I used to do that in the winter time. It would be like negative 20 degrees, and we'd be pulling the rods and tubes out of like a 5,000-foot well, and because there's a hole in one of the casing pipes, so you got to pull all the rods out, and then you got to pull each casing up, disconnect the casing, put a cap on it, put a pressure thing on it, and pressure test it, and pressure test every piece, every 30-foot joint, all the way down the hole until you find out which one of them has the hole in it before it starts pressuring up again, so that when the pump strikes, it actually pumps the fluid up the channel. And so we would have to sit there and pull all the rods and tubes out in the middle of the winter, because I mean, you still got to be able to stroke the things in the middle of winter. So we get out there, and that tractor rig that's in the picture on the thing, that thing, we would have to take two of those, like the roof torch down torches, for doing rubber roofing and shit. We'd have to take two of those, stack them up onto like some bricks, and have them pouring right up at the oil pan on the tractor, and cook the oil basically until it was warm enough so that we could turn the rig on. And then we'd have to let it sit there for 30 minutes. So we're just trying to do anything we can to try and keep moving to stay warm.
Yeah.
But then once you're sitting there pulling rods, you got two 36-inch wrenches in your hands, and you're just pulling wrenches all day. And so, I mean, you don't get cold after a while.
I guess not.
Yeah. So then, but then
the
thing is, you don't want to stop, because the second you stop, that's when all of a sudden all that sweat, it's like now all of a sudden it starts to get cold, and you freeze. And now all of a sudden you can't open your zippers, can't get your fucking boots off.
No, you got a fucking ice shell around your body. Fucking
you get in the truck, and it's 15 minutes of picking icicles out of your beard and hair, and all. Dude, it's awful. It's awful. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Wicked good money. You gotta pay a guy fucking for that.
Yeah. My buddy always paid me real well. He would come and help me on different framing jobs, and I go help him on oil field jobs, and it was nice. He's just an all around hardworking type of guy, and he would know that I was slow in the winter sometimes, and that was my solution to it.
Yeah, man.
The other video is even better. It just gives an idea of essentially what I do for a living, which I'm a plumber, so I find myself in weird ass crawl spaces, just like hiding. So like the one where the roof repair with my favorite helper, that's literally, I brought my son that's in all the other videos on my other thing and stuff. I brought him with me, and he videotaped me crawling in and out of the HVAC crawl. It's like I just gotta worm my way into everything. I mean, it's just
wild.
That's story of my life. Find really small places to fit, and then shove my body in them and see how well it works on trying to get back out. I'm always like, I would probably be really good at like doing that spelunking thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you ever do any cave exploring? I bet you'd be good at that.
Yeah, that's I've literally considered it more than once.
That's cool. I really like rock hounding and looking for crystals and things like that. And Lucky is wicked good at that. I bet there's good shit down there where you live too.
Oh my god,
there's so many places that I want to explore.
Gold panning down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now is that working now?
Yes, I see it now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Add it to the stream. Booyah. Drew's butt. All right.
What?
This is
butt and
I had to.
He's climbing into the HVAC. Fucking
that's a rich person's house on the beach in Carolina Beach, North Carolina. So I had to crawl through there And then there was about a 2.5 foot space, and I had to crawl about 40 feet to the other end of the house to find the leak in the roof. So my son videotaped me. My helper was up on the roof with a hose, and you have to use a 40-foot ladder to get up there. So it's just, you're just up on a really high roof. It's just good luck. And so we just sit there with a hose and spray the roof until we find out where water is coming through.
That's
When
all.
you find the water, you get rid of the water. Like
Get rid of the water.
that's it. You put some glue there and make it stop. Figure out what it is and make it stop.
I told you this last time. I did the concrete pours, people pouring forms everywhere and shit. And that was like tremendously
So hard.
intense work.
Such hard work.
Really, really hard work. Like the hardest work I've ever done in my life. I'm pretty sure, besides like, digging in fucking New England fucking ground, with nothing but a fucking spade shovel. That's pretty fucking hard too. Like if
Nice
you don't
and
have a fucking
clay-filled,
pickaxe
oh,
and shit,
yeah.
and you're just digging. Oh, so many rocks. It's crazy. So, but that was just the fucking hardest thing. But one of the coolest things too, because like watching other dudes that have done it for 20 years before me, with like walking with this grace, with fucking incredible amounts of weight on both shoulders, just stepping off ladders, stepping off fucking 2x6. That's just kind of from the end to 10 feet down.
No
to the
big
fucking,
deal.
fucking
Yeah.
doop, right? I'm like, how the fuck did you not? First of all, how did you not break the fucking board from the weight of you and the stuff on your shoulders and just walk down like fucking Mario Brothers? Just ding, doo, 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 doo,
Well,
doo.
that's like you see the really big guys, they screed the thing themselves, they'll like just take the screed and do it themselves. Like, dude, my arms would be dead after
That's
about
what these
like
guys
10,
were.
15
These
feet,
two
like,
brothers.
you.
They were the same way, just the same way. Like they did all that trowel shit themselves, fast as lightning, stacking fucking blocks.
Yeah,
And fucking,
I've met guys that will outpace the machine when it comes to
Yeah.
troweling.
Oh, yeah.
They'll trowel faster than any machine I've ever seen. I mean, there's some of these guys, a lot of them are Central Americans and stuff that would come up that I work with, and that are like the day laborer guys that we hire. Up to they're phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
some of these guys.
I've seen a
This
couple.
one time when I was working up in Massachusetts, there was a guy who, when I was working for Valley Crest, there was this dude that come up from El Salvador. He got a visa, and they literally reached out for him because it's the biggest landscape company in the world. So I mean, it's the number one, and it's owned by Michael Dell of Dell Computers. So I mean, it's huge. And so they reached out and they found this guy down in El Salvador, and he came up to cut. There were these trees that were, I mean, they were sketchy. I wouldn't have wanted to do them, and I'm a tree climber. So I mean, I tell you, I was like, man, those are rough. Like, those are rough. Yeah. This motherfucker did it with the most simple equipment. He literally had his chest belt, his retention belt, 2 ropes, 2 climbers, and that was it. And a nipper hand, a hand nip. And this son of a bitch climbed those fucking 90-foot pines and had those things down in half an hour. He would shimmy, 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 shing, shing, shimmy, 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 shing, shing, shing. He was up that tree, and then wham, poof, wham, poof,
Yeah.
wham, poof. He had all 9 of the trees down in one day. One day.
That's fucking mad, man. That's crazy. I've seen some crazy tree dudes that will do exactly that same technique that you're flipping the rope and going up the tree like that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they do. And going up spruce trees that are like, the tops are like, they're fucking toothpicks and they're just like this, I'm like, what are you doing? And then boom, that big old fucking piece that's flopping around drops, and he drops like 15 feet. Boom, another piece falls down. Like, what you just described, I've seen that happen. That's fucking
it's
crazy.
fun to do. I really enjoy doing it just
That's
because I like climbing stuff. I like doing extreme stuff. So it just made sense to cut trees, It just made sense. So I don't have the equipment anymore though, because when I started having seizures and stuff, I'm like, I really shouldn't even have this stuff. And now that I got rid of it, I'm like, why did I get rid of it? That was stupid. So I've been trying to find used stuff, but the problem is it expires, like the ropes and harnesses and all that stuff.
Right.
They have dates on them, and then once they go past that date, if one of the OSHA guys show up and the dates on your equipment are past the expiration date, you're in some trouble.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna get fucking. And I've gone to the OSHA training things for years, and I've seen some pretty gruesome shit in those fucking OSHA videos that they show us.
Oh, yeah.
People getting crushed by like giant land excavators and stuff with the tracos on them, and you know their bodies look like a tube of toothpaste coming out, and like Jesus Christ,
mush.
Like,
I seen one video that I guess they showed an OSHA video, but my buddy had got a copy of it from his boss, and it was literally a dude trying to fix a light above one of those machines that just fucking crushes everything and just chews it all up with the fucking spikes, and the dude falls in it. Like literally falls in it, and there is no hope for him.
That's the end of that.
On, he's done. It's just like blah, 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 and he's gone. And like
that's the end of
it is
him.
fucking hideous. This is the most heinous thing I think I ever seen on video. Snuff
That's
film.
rough. Yeah,
rough.
they had one of the videos they showed us was a guy. He was working on a transformer, and a squirrel ran up and fucking bit the line or something. Oh. And he wasn't wearing something that he was supposed to have on. And once the current surged, it went down a different wire. The squirrel, like he was melting to the wire, and it fell down and hit the next wire or something.
Oh,
I don't know exactly what, but
it arc anyway.
Turned into him instead. And he didn't have those like pad things on that they wrap around it or something. He was just doing it fast, thinking, I'm experienced enough. I'll just do it really fast. And no, the squirrel got it, and it shows him. And then all of a sudden it's like a few seconds later, like, because he's sitting there going like this, and you can just see it, like that from like, it's a little bit of a distance, but you can see him just sitting there like this. And all of a sudden it was like, poof, his whole body caught on fire.
Yeah.
Like, and everything's on fire, and all of a sudden, like a couple minutes later, he was just a charcoal piece connected to the pole.
Yeah,
And
I mean, at that point, you're a crumb in the toaster. That
they can't help you. They can't help you at that point. Like, if somebody touches you, they're just going to become the same way. So they have to wait for it. So they have to go down to one of the power stations wherever the next power station is, and shut that whole line, that whole system out to get him off. And that, I mean.
Because then you'll just be part of the fucking. You'll be a lineman for the county in more than one way.
Billy.
The Glenn Campbell song. I'm a lineman for the county. Fuck, that's
an old one. That's a classic. Oh shit,
that's harsh. I don't want to be that much of a lineman. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm going to be a lineman, make it football, please.
Oh man, I used to be a lineman, but I gave it up. It was too much.
It's awful.
Too many of those lines, if I can make you walk in circles.
Yeah, dude. The power alone, you can feel it coming off the wires once you get up there. You can feel the power, feel the energy, and it's terrifying.
We've had so many trips where properties where people have festivals and stuff would be like right at the high tension wires, like they'll be like right above us while we're camping and shit. You can hear them
yeah.
Fucking
Did you grow up under power lines as a kid?
I just remember being really, really spun and just like listening to that going, oh wow, man, and then like an actual thunderstorm starts to roll in, and it's crackling and popping and fucking. You're like, oh fuck!
Yeah, can we get the hell out of here, please?
Is this festival over yet?
I did electric for a very short time, and that was the one we had. There was a storm the one day, and they're like, "You got to go work on these in the storm." I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I'm going back to plumbing. I'm going back to plumbing. This is nuts. This is not. Like
I'm not
I'd
going
rather,
on the roof in the storm. God damn it!
yeah,
Fuck you.
exactly. I'd rather climb on your roof in the middle of the storm next to your lightning rod than sit there on the electric pole. Because I as many things as I've seen get hit by lightning, it's usually a telephone pole or a tree. So
Yeah.
those are the two things I try to avoid. Like,
9 times out of 10, that's what it will be too.
right. I'm good. Yeah.
Seen a video on TikTok yesterday or something of a
Relax.
lady comes outside her door in Florida, and right like at the edge of her driveway is like a little ranch, walks out the door, and the fucking right there at the driveway, kaboom! The whole giant oak tree just fucking explodes. Bam!
That's so cool when it happens, but it's scary.
So scary. Like she was like, ah!
Yeah.
Like
How are you supposed to react? Like, oh shit.
I was
That
like,
was too fast.
I might fall down or something. I don't know what the fuck would happen. Like, boom, damn, God, that was a close one. Shit, like,
Oh, shit, did you see that video? You ever watch Ridiculousness? There's one of the episodes where this dude's walking down the street and he gets hit by lightning, and he's sitting there. He takes like 3 steps, gets
Shakes it off,
struck again.
Yep.
Takes like 5 steps and gets struck a 3rd time. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Most people don't get struck
Unlucky.
at all in their entire life, and this person just got it all in one.
He just was
maybe
like
he is lucky if he survived that. Maybe he is a lucky person.
entirely too fucking lucky. God damn, man, that's like
I mean, you can
keep
look
some
at
of
it-
that luck.
you
That's
can
There
look
fine.
at
must be
it-
something. It must
Twice
be.
was plenty. Okay.
You can look at it as being unlucky, or you can look at it as being lucky because he survived 3 strikes.
I guess it just depends
Hey.
on
Yeah.
how much of his body
Perspective.
is
This
fused
is a
together now.
perspective,
It's like
I know.
how many of his organs and his tissues are actually one fused thing now. You know what I mean?
That's the problem.
That's
Is
really-
electricity doesn't hit you on the. It burns you.
60
from the
40,
inside out.
okay, I'm all right with. You know what I'm saying? Any more than that,
That's like, dude, the guy that I learned electric from has been doing it longer than I've been alive. And the one day we were sitting there and he hooked up the wire, and I said, "You want me to go turn the breaker off?" He's like, "No, we ain't got time for that shit. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Aren't you worried about getting shocked?" He's like, "Drew, it's 110." I said, "Yeah, that's so." He goes, grabs the wire, grabs the one that's connected to the light, and the light came on. He's just sitting there smiling at me.
wow,
I'm like, really? He's like, "I've been doing this a long time, boy." He's like, "You avoid that 440 and that 220 can grab you." But he's like, "That 110, he's like, it ain't shit." He's like, as soon as you hold on to it long enough, it stops hurting.
Right.
Like when you first touch it, it surprises you. So you get
surprises you.
shocked. But if you're just holding it, it'll just run through you.
It's about the
like-
voltage. It's not about the fucking current, first of all. You know what I mean? But 440 will roast you from the inside.
The one time we were cleaning out a warehouse that got shut down as industrial, and they called me up and said, "Hey, can you come tear down this extra building and take all the shit out?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "There's an AC unit outside that needs to go too." I said, "There's no power to the building, right?" They said, "Nothing's been there for 2 years. Of course there's no power." So I go there and I have an axe in the truck, and they have the big wire going into the big AC unit. And I was like, "I'm not going to sit here and take the fucking unit apart and pull all these screws out." I said, "I ain't got time for this shit."
Yeah.
Boom! Dude, send me back. The axe went flying. I fucking shot up, dude.
It lit
It
you
shot
up.
me back. I hit the ground so goddamn hard. And
Fucking
I
ding.
remember doing every inch of my fingers, my toes, everything was numb and stinging, and I could feel it in my eyes and stuff. I was like, that was bad. That could have been really like, luckily the handle was like one of those like fiberglass plastic handles, because it just shot. I as soon as it hit, I threw the axe because I'm like, the thing.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was rough because that was coming right from the pole. That was coming down the pole, down over, hits the big unit outside, and goes right to the unit because it went to a warehouse, not like your house. It's not like one of those little ones that goes into your normal panel. So that's a bad motherfucker. That thing got me good. He's like, "Yeah," but he's like, "It's like 14,000 that's going through the fucking some of the wires and stuff." He's like, "So you can really fucking fry yourself."
I had a similar thing with an axe handle, but no electricity involved. Just the weight of a Ford like 390 something, putting it in a big station wagon, changing the motor, and we're trying to get it lined up on the mounts. And I've got a spade shovel in my hand, right, like a short one, and I've got it facing, the sharp part is facing my forehead. Okay, first of all,
Oh no!
and I'm using the handle to pry the fucking engine block into place onto the mount so it'll drop down and sit in the right spot, you know? And I'm going on that motherfucker. I got both feet off the ground.
Oh my God.
It gives way. Spank right in the forehead, right across. I still got a scar on my forehead. Like I literally, I fucking right down. My friend Timmy is dying. He's like, "Are you okay, dude?" And his tears are falling down. And he's laughing so hard he can't contain himself. And I just have this little line across my forehead that's just starting to bleed a little bit. You know, it's like, douche. Good thing I got a hard head, man.
Yeah, right. Good thing
You
for lack of brain and a solid skull.
Lack of brain and a good solid, support system. It's very important. I don't know. Never turn the shovel towards you because, the blunt side wouldn't have been so bad. But it was the fact that it was the sharp side, not my sharpest side per se, but the sharpest side of the shovel.
Doing this shit for so long, I've had so many handles break on me and things come flying at me. But the worst one was the day, there's ones that have a hoe on one side and then the forks on the other.
Yeah.
And so it's like you turn your hoe with one side and then you can turn it and right. I was sitting there hoeing like this and I bink and I grabbed a root, and as I slid it up, that motherfucker come up and hit me right in the neck, like got me, stabbed me. I started bleeding on me. It wasn't bad or anything, but it got me. That was a good one.
Like, baby, Puerto Rican got me at the store right there. Come on, call the cops. You want to take credit for doing it to yourself, I was like, my mom was like, "What happened to you?" I was like, putting the engine in the car. We got it in there.
Hey, it's in the car.
It's in the car. The car is going to be running. As soon as I get this blood cleaned up, we'll be fine. Everything will be perfect.
Well, I'm glad you got the power steering fixed.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I feel like, it validates my my being just a little bit. Even though all I did was really like hand tools to the guy who knew everything about the thing. But I still felt like I was,
it validates
somehow integral in it,
Yeah, it validates your manhood. It allows you to feel manly.
Yeah,
I love working on cars. I don't know what it is. Even when I have a Ford truck that I fucking ruined trying to work on, but I'll fix it. I'll get there.
I love working on my van.
The idea.
I let Steve do it today.
You do it. Yeah.
Oh my God, how much have I worked on that van? Like
a lot, I imagine, but the fact is that it's getting to be my van.
No, it's not. No, I got that van before you, Steve.
That was pre-Steve.
It was, yeah. I fucking.
This is pre-Steve era, man.
I drove 3 hours.
Easy.
All the way up to New Hampshire from Connecticut, and I bought that van. Yeah.
She did. And tell them how much money you paid for it.
$700.
Hell yeah, those are my favorite.
And
I bought a car from my ex-girlfriend for $150.
Some green flour, some green flour, a bag of that. So yeah, and this is a 91 Dodge Ram van. It's a B250.
No, those are nice vans.
Yeah,
it's a cool
guess
van.
How many miles
it's got good bones.
Wait, guess how many miles it had? A 91.
Yeah.
I mean, if my 91 has 470,
87,000 original miles.
That's awesome.
And I have the receipts to back it. And then once I got it, the odometer stopped working. Once I got it home. So I don't know how many miles I put on her since then. probably. I mean, like
A few.
I've gone all over. I've gone all the way down to like, Virginia in the van a couple times.
She
down
just
to
needs a little.
Maryland.
She needs a little care, and she's ready to go. It's good.
Yeah, she's
You know,
strong.
fluff up the pillows, put some sleeping bags in the back, and let's go.
I built a bed in the back of my
Yeah,
van. It was
that's the
It's
nicest.
a
simple
portable,
shelf.
rechargeable PA, and I'm fucking let's. Come on.
I've really considered selling my plow truck recently, just because I have two of them, and it doesn't really snow down here that much. I have a ton of snow contracts, so I make good money when it does ice and snow and stuff. But I don't really need two of them. So I've really considered selling my older 7.3 Ford diesel truck. It's a dump truck with a plow on it, and it's a nice truck. It's just I don't really need it. I don't really need it right now, and I kind of just want to. I have a 2007 Ford as well, and I kind of want to put a dump bed on that one instead, and just put like a flat dump bed on that one. But I've considered selling the one just so that I could go and buy a van like that Dodge or like an Econoline, like an E350 or one of those. Because I keep seeing these videos of these guys out in like North Dakota and Wyoming and South Dakota, and they've got them lifted up. And they're on like 38-inch, 39-inch tires, 40-inch tires, they're full suspension systems, and they're basically a house on wheels. Like they've got.
They're beautiful, dude. They're
Yeah.
so fucking nice.
My van is 15 feet long.
I looked at one of the companies that makes those out in Wyoming. They're one of the, like, when you see the ones in the advertisements,
the super heady ones, yeah. The
100,
ones that take the Land Rovers and convert them and shit.
Started at $140,000. I'm like, guess I'm building it myself.
That's the way to go, as far as I can tell. If you can get a good 4x4 situation with, maybe do the, Matt's off-road fucking recovery fucking suspension under that shit so it can crawl if you wanted to. But then if it's your house, you know what I mean? You could have what was the one that John had? It's like
the taller one.
The taller one, fucking like Mercedes motors and like that, like
sprinters.
Sprinter, that's it.
Yeah,
Take a Sprinter and make that 4x4 and outfit the outside of it the way that they do, where they kind of like bulletproof the outside and put more storage and shit. And
I'm very jealous of my buddy's Sprinter. He's got a nice one. It's black and it's all dressed out. And they go on skateboarding trips all the time, like their whole family skateboards, like the dad, all of them.
That's a fucking pimpin' ride, man. It's so fucking so fat.
Every time they show up, I'm like, Greg, please just give me this. I'll take it. You don't want this anymore, do you?
You don't need this, do you?
You don't need this thing. I mean, I wouldn't want to own one just because the repair costs on them are retarded. It's just like my Audi. I have an Audi that's worth $3,000 that I've got about 18,000 into right now, and it needs a motor. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to sell it. I'm like,
no, you just find a fucking crashed one, and
that's it. And for $400 a year is how much it costs me to own. So it costs me a little bit of money each year, but when I finally get back into working and get this brain shit under control, I'll go back to working and making good money again. I'll fucking. They have a 2.7 bi-turbo that matches up perfectly to the transmission and clutch that's in that one already. Yeah. And then you can supercharge the motor I have, which is a 3.0, and make it about 310 horsepower. But that 2.7 can be bored out to 570 to the wheels.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to drop any more money in this stupid piece of shit. It's going to be that, because we went to Audi and asked them, hey, how much to get this thing back in order? They gave me an estimate of $14,000. You guys shove it up your ass.
Yeah,
and then as I was there, I watched them. There was a 2020 A7 sitting on the rack with the engine pulled down. I said, what the fuck happened? That's a brand new car. Right. And, it was a 2018, because it was 2020 when it happened. they they only had a 3-year warranty on it, so it had just gone out of warranty on the person. Their starter went. Apparently, on the new Audis, to change the starter, which has always just been one of those things that's along the frame wall where you just climb underneath like the passenger side, unhook a couple things, a couple wires, bang, bang, you got a new starter, and no big deal. You have to take the motor out.
God damn.
$4,800 job.
That's some fucking genius engineering. That was like today. If you wanted the pulley on the power steering pump, it was $400. If you used the pulley that you already had from the old one and pulled it off with a wheel puller, it was $60.
I have a wheel puller because of that same exact scenario.
$400? Are you fucking shitting me?
My Jeep had to get a new power steering pump, and they're like, "You want to pay for the pulley?" I said, "Well, how much is the pump?" They said $95. I said, "How much is the pump with the wheel?" They said $280. I said, "All right, give me the pump and a puller then for $14 more. We'll call it a day." Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
You're out of your minds.
We almost did it without having to get another puller, but the one that we had was like a different. You know, sometimes they go down, they go up, or whatever. This one wasn't doing the right thing, and so we had to get the.
Yeah, sometimes if you try to do it on one and it doesn't work right, you'll like bend it a little bit,
Yeah,
and then now it doesn't want to lift it anymore.
Right, one side's cockeyed and shit. You're like,
yeah, and then it just jams it worse, and you're like, "Son of a bitch, just come off!"
It's just like, pressed on. What the fuck?
I've stuck one in a vise before and just fucking pow
right.
the sledge. Call it a day.
All right, we have fully delved into full on Motorhead car talk and everything. We should wrap up the open mic. Thank you, Drew, and Oz and L.
Yeah,
and,
see why I went last. I knew I always end up long-winded. We end up long-winded, so I was like, I better go last so I don't ruin it for anybody else that wants to give it a shot.
Yeah, does anybody else want to be on the open mic before we call it a night? Because
we're a little overdate.
It kind of went about 2 hours past what I thought we were going to do, but you know, it's fine.
What else were we going
to do? What, you had plans?
Yeah, right.
Well, no.
But you got to play us out, though. You got to play us out. You can't leave us. You can't just leave it out. You gotta play us out. Something.
It's
I'm sure not everybody doesn't want to leave on listening to me yak.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna clear out. I'll talk to you here. You know how to reach
me. Ladies and gentlemen,
we love Drew.
Drew Stizzle Stinks.
Oh boy.
Really? Really? Can we be a little bit quieter?
Did he startle you? Look, all he's doing is moving the same things back and forth.
Thanks for hanging out with everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. Been all around this whole round world, and I just got back today. Work all week, peaches, and I give it all to you. Honey, baby, what more can I do? Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. You know this life I'm living is mighty fine. Well, now, one old woman, I said, in this town, she keep telling her lies on me. I wish to my soul that old woman would die. She keep telling her lies on me. Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. I say, oh, baby, it ain't no lie. You know this life I'm living is mighty high. Been all around this whole round world, and I just got back today. I work all week, honey, and I give it all to you. Honey, baby, what more can I do? And oh, baby, it ain't no lie. And oh, baby, it ain't no lie. Oh, baby, it ain't no lie. You know this life I'm living is mighty high. Know this life I'm living is mighty high. You know this life I'm living is mighty high. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for checking us out at the open mics. The Lucky Burrito Art and Music Phantasmagorials for the Familitas. And Rosalita's Jump a Little Lightus. I hope everybody has an awesome freaking evening, morning, day, something. Have a good one, though, everybody.
Oz, we love you.
We love you, Oz Whistles, and all y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yes, thank you. And I hope to see everybody tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that means for you in your part of the world, your time zone. I need to look up the best way to say that.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for spending all your time with us, because it's really cool that you do that, and we want to thank you all.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Make sure you, if you're not already, please subscribe to Steve Cutler Live on the YouTubes, on the Rumbles, on the Odysseys, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, Spaces, whatever, all the things. Do the thing for the thing. Okay, everybody. Thank you.
Wait, what is this drizzle sticks? What is
Drizzle
that?
Stank Skates. Drizzle at Drizzle Stank Skates.
Is that your Twitter?
I hopefully it looks like a Twitter handle.
Is that a Twitter? Did you make a Twitter?
Did you make a fucking Twitter? And follow the Drew on the tube. DrewTube. You can watch him on DrewTube.
Oh, that's Instagram. Okay.
You can watch him on Instagram on a Drew Stankskate. At the juice. I see. I can't even speak anymore. It's time for bed. Okay. Love you guys.
We love you.
Love you.
Say free
Assange. Free Assange.
No, that's no.
Free Assange.
Say free Assange.
You can do it.
Can you say free Assange?
Huh?
Go ahead, say it then.
Free Assange. Free Assange. Apple.
Free Assange.
Baby. Free Assange.
Free Assange.
Yep. Free Assange. That's what he said. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Did you
Used
say
to
it?
think the world was flat. Really threw my hat into the crowd. I felt I had used up my quota of yearning. Used to looking on the children at night in the glow of their Donald Duck light. Frightened myself with the thought of my little ones burning. Tide is turning. The tide is turning. Satellites buzzing through the endless night, exclusive to moonshots and world title fights. Jesus Christ, imagine what it must be earning. Who is the strongest? Who is the best? Who holds the aces, the east or the west? This is the crap our children are learning. Ooh, the tide is turning. Ooh, the tide is turning. Now the satellite's confused, 'cause on Saturday night the airwaves were full of compassion and light, and his silicone heart warmed to the sight of 1,000 candles burning.